WIIFTV PM. WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Hey, Chicagoland, all
All roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest Black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Told me you would come along, to revive my soul, 'cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. I'm mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy. Said it's easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful. More than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love says. Passion and care, we show one another top stars. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy. It's easy to love. Said it's easy. Said it's easy. Said it's easy. So easy to love. Easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, it's what I search my life to do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Carrie Steele, Cook County Assessor.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and I'm here with my good friend Carrie Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility that goes with it. So, hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, And I'm here with my good friend, Carrie Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have someone at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility.
WIIFTV-PM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on their body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You won't have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. Sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. For Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this the way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. Get your tail up. It is election day. It is election day. It is election day. And Howard, I am on the radio, so I'm going to have to call you when I get on a break. You could actually drop them off at TP if you want to. But this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, and Ruthie Mo on a Tuesday. I'm on the radio, brother. I'm on the radio. Oh, okay, 29. So look, do this. Go do me a favor. Hold on, guys. You know work is going down. So Riis, pull up on the side, Howard, and put them inside of the hallway. Don't bring them up because we got to put them in the car anyway, so just leave them downstairs. All right, he's getting ready to meet you on the side door right now. We are doing this all live because it is election day, and I'm coordinating an election live on the air. At the same time, I'm coordinating doing a morning show. So he will meet you downstairs, Howard, and we will get the literature. That is your palm cards, your Black People First. Look, y'all, we getting it all done today. It is election day, and I'm going to be running multitasking and doing everything I can. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We got the Black People First thing moving around. Ruthie, it's that day, man. It's that day. It is election day. And we have a big Black People First initiative going on today. So I am pulling double duty. Ordinarily, Ruthie, on a day like this, I would have how I get up every day is how I used to get up for election day. Like election day, you used to be up at 4:30, making sure your polling place was set, making sure your judges had donuts, making sure that the polling place was open. So shout out to everybody who was up at 5 o'clock this morning at their polling place, getting it open. Shout out to everybody that is out there working and participating in the governmental process. They are saying that there are a shortage of volunteers. And not even volunteers, they're paying. You know, you get paid to be a judge and to be a poll watcher. Election workers, and they're saying that it is a shortage. And so they are reducing the number of polling places. So it's almost like if you think about in Georgia, they're shutting down, or like in the South, they talk about voter disenfranchisement because there's less polling places because the Republicans are shutting them down. Here in Illinois, we got an issue of it because some people said they were in line yesterday for like an hour.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear anything about long lines.
Yeah, there were long lines. Shout out to the BP1 people that were out. Look, y'all, we got an issue in the 34th Ward. So if you live in the 34th Ward, we need to make sure that you all are out there doing the right thing. Support our candidates. It seemed like I feel like I might have hurt the 34th. I don't, you know how you know people from like a long time ago and they might be mad at you and you don't realize it. It was like the 34th Ward committeeman was standing outside campaigning against me.
What? You running for something? I'm
not running for anything. You would think so the way the commercials are.
Literally standing outside of a polling place?
Standing outside of the early voting place. I'm going to actually play it back a little later on today. Because I was just like, did I do something to you? Like, dang, man. And I want to make sure that people are clear because yesterday people was calling like, wait a minute, the 34th Ward is not with you. You know that the 34th Ward committeeman and the 34th Ward alderman are different. And so, first of all, I just don't like, man, stand on your own. Don't, why, can I tell you what I want to happen on tomorrow? I want these people to keep my name out their mouth. And I feel like, it's some people out here in this universe that feel like they got something they want to say to me, but they can't say it to me. So they using, all these other platforms instead of just hollering at me.
Well, Maze, people always are seeking position. And some people gonna use the moment to gain some position. Is like, power grab.
Okay.
Like, oh.
But I don't have no power. Who wants to grab anything from me? Look, it's Tuesday, man. It is election day. We need to get out here and turn out and get out the vote. Ruthie, did you vote yet?
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm waiting to the last minute.
I'm voting today.
I'm voting today.
Okay, so you got to go vote and then you got to get to work. Shout out to everybody that is on their way to the Metro State. It's a lot going on today.
I believe that today is the day where you either wear many hats, you either useful or you're not useful. Because today's just one of them days where you just got to step in.
And don't make, I feel like sometimes people want to tell you about the problem. Hey, yo, I need problem solvers. But look, everybody that is getting down today, we are going to be at the TP all day starting at 10 o'clock. Well, at 9 o'clock, they're going to leave there. If you are out and about and you want to stop by 95th and the Dan Ryan, if you're in Beverly and you want to stop by the Beverly, the 111th Beverly stop on 111th, President Steele, along with Fran Hurley and a few other people will be there. Monica Somerville will be there to greet voters as they head downtown. Then they're going to be on 95th and the Dan Ryan, Ruthie.
That's actually one of my favorite red line stops. Not like that I'm like,
that's the last one, ain't it?
I mean,
does it go anywhere past 95th?
Not yet.
How does the train turn around at 95th?
Don't they just go back the other way?
Is it one track?
Because I think it ain't.
Is it one train?
I think they put the thing in the front and the back, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
All right, y'all. So, look, if you have not voted, I need everybody to get out and vote. Go to your polling place. Also, if you are out voting today, can you tell us what you're seeing out there? What are you seeing? Are there lines? Tell me, or if you voted already, tell me what your experience was. It smooth sailing? They told me yesterday there were lines in the black polling areas. They said Palmer Park was cracking. They said the 6th Ward was cracking. They said the King Center was cracking. They said the 18th Ward stay cracking. That's Willie Preston and Alderman Derek Curtis over there. Ruthie, it's I'm trying to understand though. Our black, they saying that this could be historically low turnout. There were only 4,000 people that voted on Sunday. But yesterday, I think there was a lot more. So I don't know what your experience was. Give us a call. We're going to open up the phone lines. I'll Riis up here right now.
Don't they always say it's low turnout?
But it is. Think about it.
But don't we got today? Maybe people going to vote today.
We need them to vote today. All right. Check your polling places, man. Let me know if you're seeing anything crazy out there. I also want to know if we've seen Shrek anywhere. If y'all, especially like, and can I also say some of the places, like shout out to the Evanston, to the black people in Evanston. Can the black people, like the black people in the black places, can y'all please do the right black thing? Support Carrie Steele. Am I allowed to today? I'm just going out.
It's election day.
Am I allowed to? Ruthie, they tried to.
Day.
It's just the thing. Like I was not allowed. I don't have nothing to say about the policy or nothing. I just be wanting to cheerlead for my wife. Like, you just like I want to be the husband that's like, go, honey, go. And it's like they turn my go, honey, go into like he's the devil. Ooh. He's anti everything. Yes. And it's like I can't just like I still find myself lost at the fact that a lot of the people that are attacking my wife are talking about won't give her the credit of being her own woman.
So it's oxymoronic.
That or very well, I won't go. Anyway, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. Look, y'all, I need y'all to be out there today. I need for black folks to turn out. I need for you all to support my beautiful and lovely wife as she embarks upon this mission. But it's election day, so I'm going to give y'all the handicap. I'm going to break a lot of this stuff down. Man, Riis probably down there like, you know what, Ruthie?
I feel like, let me check my phone.
Right. I like myself in there.
Time.
Right. But it's look, there you go, right in the nick of time. Riis like, damn, I ain't come here to do manual labor. There was some big boxes down there. How many boxes was it, Riis?
I was like 4, but you know how you tell somebody Wabash and they always go to the other door?
I don't know.
When you say the other door, then they always go to the Wabash. So I was waiting on Wabash, but then
you went all the way down?
After they didn't come to the Wabash.
Oh, you should have came back up and I would have called them.
Dang, Riis, you out of breath.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, look, Riis hustler. Hey, man, it's Riis. Hey, man, I need you. Riis. I need Riis at a polling place today. Like, Riis, I really do. I need to put Riis, like, we need to put you at the Oak Park polling place. Right? Because, Riis, like, here go my thing. Riis, you got that gift of gab. Like, Riis, I would have turned you into a great precinct captain. See, if you would have came to Saturdays, you would have been a general by now. Because you got a gift for gab, right? And you would be climbing up the ranks real quick. And, I feel like if I sent you out with signatures, you would have came back with pages. But that's okay, Riis. It's okay. Because today, I'm going to need you in Oak Park, standing outside the school with your 4x4. Hey, man, this is an all-hands-on-deck movement today, right? It's like I want black people around the space, this place to place. If we done touched you just a little bit, if you are one of my, and we ain't got so I'm going to talk to them a little bit later. Look, y'all, I'm telling you now, I am going hard all day long. This whole thing, look, we want to close strong. We can send the biggest message, and with such low turnout, black folks, I just feel like we got an opportunity here today, and I'm looking forward to it. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, on a Tuesday. Election day, usually in a club on a Tuesday. blowing up on a Tuesday. I don't know, man.
Election day, the club, same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's a party at the polling place. Look, y'all. Look, if you are in Rich Township, I need volunteers in Rich Township. We also, Ruthie, I told you that the 9th Ward is against us. They be coming. So look, for all the people that comb their hair to the front, and we need you in the 9th Ward to go. We need you to go. You know, I feel like it. I'm starting to feel like it's a color thing. Like maybe it's because I'm too dark.
No.
Anyway, here's the real deal. I'm just saying, man. Look, you in the 7th Ward, the 20th Ward. You know, I got to stop having imaginations. Remember that song? It was all in my head. That best friend stuff was all in my head. Out here working against the family. And I've been trying to be. You know how Ruthie, let me tell you, the worst though to me is people who I have lifted up in the past, who just be like going in, like be talking and don't be realizing who you talking to.
You know, sometimes it be blood in the water. Some people creating a chum.
Okay, well, I'm about to tell you, if you comb your head to the front and you live in the 9th Ward, please stop by, pick up some palm cards, and do the right thing. If you live in the 34th Ward, and you believe, man, you live in the 34th Ward. Hey, man, I need the team to be over there. Getting on Delane Jefferson, get at him. See, hey, man, y'all got to stop saying my name. That's all I got to say. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Ruthie Mo, what up, though? How you feeling this morning?
It's like you trying to be cool, but you like...
I want to punch somebody.
You on the edge.
Ruthie.
You are on edge.
I am.
What type of support? Other type of support you need today, other than people just stepping up where you need it. Don't ask too many questions. Like what else? What else you need today?
What I need for is I need tempered reporting. Like I need to know what's going on. But if it's a fire, could you say it's a fire? I was like, it's a fire! Oh my God! It's the what? Because then I'd be like, whew.
Okay, that's real. That's real. Like, be cool.
Like, not how we gonna fix it. Assess it. Give me a plan.
Solutions oriented.
Yes, this needs to be a solutions-oriented day. Can y'all tell me what y'all seeing out there, though? Like, has anybody seen the ops out there?
I ain't even seen a sign.
Tennille found some signs yesterday.
South?
No.
I have not. I've been looking.
North. Do y'all think women gonna vote today? Do women care about women? No, women don't really care about women.
Man, you know, Roe versus Wade gonna have women at the polls.
They gonna be voting for white men.
You never know. It depends. I think this is one of those things where it's where the conservativeness of black people like might come into play. So I don't know where women's rights lie within that.
I'm not worried about the black people. What about the white people?
Are they gonna come? Are white women gonna vote?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Roe versus Wade.
Are they gonna vote for women or men?
I personally believe they're gonna vote for women.
Really?
Yeah, like
I don't think
this
women,
is
like black women.
I think women are gonna vote for women's rights. If that now, I don't quite know how that fares related to the black church. That's what I'm really interested to see, the black church's stance. But from what I can gather right now, it seems like nobody is going to say I am against like women's rights. So even the pastors, even probably some of the most conservative Christian groups are gonna be on the side of quote unquote women's rights, because I think it's such a hot button political issue that it's one of those things that's gonna divide people, and they're gonna make people, you're gonna have to pick a side. Like it's gonna be one of them questions that people ask people.
Oh, litmus test.
Yep.
Man.
So y'all better start getting y'all answers together.
All right. Ruthie Mo with the in-depth millennial-based analysis. All right, DJ Riis, the ruler. How you feeling today, man?
Blessed by the best, you already know the rest. And if you don't vote for Carrie Steele, unfriend me. I ain't talking to you. I'm done with you.
That's how the millennials do. Now, just say do this. Start with this. Start with millennials. Go vote. Don't say don't cut them off. Start with positive reinforcement. Man, I'm gonna bring. Riis. Let me see this. I say this. If I see, let me see. If you win your precinct, let me think. I'm gonna give you a precinct. I'm gonna give you an area. Let me think about this.
My area gonna win. I ain't seen nothing but Carrie Steele posters in my Forest Park area. Nothing but Carrie Steele. I ain't seen.
But you seen more than one?
Yeah, for sure. On like a few blocks in my area.
Okay, that's
probably.
probably.
I be going on 76 too. The little bar next to Leams. I be going to every Tuesday. They got the little Carrie Steele post up in there. You know. All that.
Wait. You a regular somewhere?
Hey, listen,
you
man.
got an old soul. You got an old soul, Riis.
Everywhere I go, like I'm with Ruthie. I ain't never seen one of his. I ain't never seen that.
I wouldn't even know what they look like.
So that's what y'all. But you seen his TV, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why he got splotches on his face? Like, did they not give him makeup?
Oh, we almost there.
I was just thinking of
almost there.
Makeup. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Look, y'all, I got people I need to get signed. Today at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, if you want to be of aid and assist this whole day, if you want to help black people first, can you stop by the office? Look, it's going to be stuff. It's going to be places. Bring your car. Bring yourself. Bring your cell phone. Be ready to text. Be ready to send. We're going to do all of that today. All right, look, Riis is Maze, Ruthie and Riis on the Maze Jackson Show. Let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's go get it up and away. Riis, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it again. You be ready, just in case it don't. I took it off and reloaded it again, so I'm going to try and make sure that we got it. Because, y'all, look, it's the Maze Jackson Show, and it's like the momentum is building. I need you to turn up and turn out the vote. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and I'm here with my good friend Carrie Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have someone at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility that goes with it. So please come out on June the 28th and support my good friend Carrie Steele for Cook County Assessor.
Hi, I'm Carrie Steele, and when I'm your next Cook County Assessor, I won't just talk about it.
She'll be about
it. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, y'all, we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Carrie Steele, Cook County Assessor. Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition to how to knock on a door to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson. And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:36 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy now, O'Hare to the Loop will be 20 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 17. On the Eaton's 27 minutes in both directions. While the Eisenhower is 39 minutes. Thorndale to the Loop, 27 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 44 minutes. Outbound will be 30. While the Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes, 29 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan, 16 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. While DuSable Drive, 8 minutes all around. Today's weather, it is currently 63 and sunny. Today will be a high of 84 and a low of 61. I'm Riis the Ruler. Don't forget, it's Election Tuesday. Get out there and vote, guys. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Gethsemane, to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, to Golgotha. Oh, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Back to glory. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. And it is election day. Look, y'all, I got to get through these headlines because we got some business to take care of today. So I'm going to do it right now. Check it out. First of all, it's election day. We're going to be talking about the biggest races at 7 o'clock. Did y'all see the Amtrak crash in Missouri? Amtrak train, man, crashed. It was the Los Angeles to Chicago, hit a dump truck on a train crossing that had no lights, gravel road, hit a dump truck, whole train flipped over. 3 people dead, 256. Man, bro, it was like cars, like, I can't even imagine that. I cannot.
I've taken the Amtrak within the last couple of years.
Oh, I love the Amtrak, actually.
And I'm a fan of the Amtrak, and I know how fast they go.
Wait till they get super
I also
train.
live in grew up in rural communities, so I know how fast these trains go through some of these small towns. And sometimes, like, people don't even, you don't even do the crossing sounds because people in the town don't want the noise.
So was you one of the people that you sound like Stand By Me?
What you mean?
You know, like, didn't the kids on Stand By Me walk on the train tracks?
I used to live by some train tracks.
Did you put pennies on the train track?
You know what? We never could find them afterwards. I don't know how people kept them there, but we never could find them.
I just wanted to smash the pennies on the train.
I never understood how that worked because every time we tried that, it never stayed on the track.
Yeah, man. I just be thinking about trains and wait till they have super fast trains.
Ain't we supposed to be getting that Hyperloop?
No, we ain't getting it.
Elon Musk.
No, man.
Is it Elon Musk? What is
Elon.
it?
Alien Musk. He's African. You know he's African American, right?
What you mean? Oh, because he's from Africa?
South Africa.
But you know
Africans.
Okay, with the K,
South
right?
Africans. All right, y'all. That's the May Jackson show. Did you see? Oh, man, heartfelt thoughts and prayers go out to Gianno Caldwell. Do y'all remember Gianno? Gianno Caldwell is now a Fox analyst, but he started right here in the 6th Ward. He worked with Fredrina Lyle for a while. We met him down in Springfield during the campaigns. I remember he kind of had an issue in Springfield, left Springfield, went to Washington, D.C., and became like the man for Fox News. His brother, Christian, was killed the other day, and he is talking about the Chicago violence, but I want to send our hearts and thoughts out to Gianno Caldwell. I mean, Gianno was like one of our, he started out as one of the little homies, and then I remember one day seeing him on Fox News, and then he became he was like the black Republican in the crew, like in Springfield, and it would be like, dog, if you really, and then all of a sudden, but you know what happened to him? And they kind of turned on him. And he left and went to D.C. But I tell you what, he turned into Fox Analyst Supreme, and now he is worldwide. But thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Did you see the Supreme Court put prayer back on the field? So now you can pray in the games again. It's about to be prayer back in school, too.
The Supreme Court.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those. As we give.
They're gonna modify it. It's gonna become like.
No, they not.
Yes, it is.
They're
gonna
not.
modify it to be like some type of meditation. Some of people gonna call it yoga. Like they gonna call it
Let
mindfulness.
me see you do the yoga.
They do need
to
implement mindfulness back into school. But watch it. They ain't gonna do it.
Nah, in California they not. In Indiana they gonna be like, Lord have mercy.
We are at but you know what? Check this out.
Y'all
finna be thinking about this.
What color dress did you want? Red or blue?
I'll take either one.
Ruthie,
either one.
They gonna tie Ruthie up.
I'll take either one.
Okay.
You have to kill me.
Okay.
But listen,
Ruthie, that's what all them girls in Handmaid's Tale say. Then they be like click, 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 and then they just force feed you. And then Ruthie, they sew your mouth shut. Ruthie, you ain't see when they be like you talking, and they be like, and then she took her mask off and her mouth was sewed shut because she was like you
talking too much.
Right.
I'll be talking again.
Not with your mouth sewed. They sewed it stitched shut.
Listen, I ain't scared, Maze. Listen,
she had to eat through a.
Listen, what they have to go work in the gulag?
No, that ain't what happened, Ruthie.
What happened?
Ruthie, they put you in the baby farm.
Cause I only seen
you. That's what you think I'm just gonna shovel, Ruthie. You think they gonna shovel coal? People like you, you think they gonna send you to the nuclear farm? You like a young you got about 14 kids in you, right? So let me tell you what they'll do.
Maze, I'm telling you, they're gonna have to kill me.
Ruthie, they that's what that's what everybody say.
And
till they click they click you, they click so you can't even. They put you in the room, and then you be on this chain where you can't touch, you can't even get.
What season is that?
That's like the 3rd season. Like they put you on this chain at the top, so you can't even do nothing. You can't even hang yourself, and you be wanting to do stuff. And then if you act up, they just chain you to the bed, and they be like, "Time for you to eat," and then be like, "Time for you to not sleep." Then the general come in and be like, "Okay, she's still not acting right. All right, soldiers."
I finished watching it,
man. Did you see what they do to the people on the wall, Ruthie? What? Then we gonna be after grocery shopping and stuff. I'm telling you, and what's so crazy is when you go to the grocery store and you see like empty shelves, it's like how they shop on they be like there's like 3 things of one thing
that you can pick.
Right. I'm just telling you, man. Handmaid's Tale, y'all better watch that. I'm just telling y'all.
Or don't watch it.
Well, here's the other part. The crazy part is Chicago, is the safe city. Like the attack is on Chicago. Like they escaped to Chicago because the rebels are there, and they're trying to make it to Canada. It's crazy. Oh my God, this stuff and like the insurrection.
The real one or the one that happened in
the one you couldn't tell the difference.
That's what I'm saying. Talking about the one that happened in the show.
When I saw it, look, I promise you, me and Carrie was watching the TV, and so imagine being in the house for COVID, and you done watched every episode of Handmaid's Tale, and right when you finish. After they had the insurgency, then you turn on the TV and the insurgency is actually happening. Like, just like they said in the show. Like, they came into Congress one day and just was like...
I seen season 1.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so...
I ain't scared.
I'm just... Oh, I know. So, red or blue? You pick blue, Ruthie. Just pick blue.
Okay.
We'll find you somebody with a pension.
But you know my favorite color, red.
I hear you. You won't be not. You seen what I told you about the girl in the red when she took off her? I was like, dang, her mask is like leather. That's a dope one. She took it off, Ruthie. Her mouth was sewed shut.
I am unafraid.
I know. Okay.
I'm unafraid.
Okay. We need signs in Thornton Township too. Look, y'all, we gotta get these signs
right?
Right. I mean, it's like, it's the last day, so everybody's popping them off. So look, y'all, we're gonna be getting all of those. If you are wanting to help today, if you want to help us run signs, if you want to drop off stuff, if you want to pick up, if you want to be a runner, if you want to help take calls, if you want to solve problems, meet us today at TP starting at 10 o'clock, 5401 South Wentworth, BP1. If you want to join BP1, get with us. Cook County COVID is now in high risk, and Dr. Arwady said we got a funding cliff. Which means that we've been spending all this COVID money that came from the CARES Act, and now we in a recession.
Wait, what?
We about to hit a funding cliff. So all of the stuff, like, all the money that everybody was getting paid for doing COVID outreach and stuff.
Oh, that's the pot that's about to drop. Not like essential services.
No, but the COVID stuff is dropping off. So yeah. Let me see.
Dang.
Did you see 46 migrants dead in a trailer?
Where?
In somewhere down in Texas-ish, but they were trapped. They were being smuggled.
Oh, and they
people
suffocated
in a trailer. Like, I mean, my thing is, I'm not gonna say my thing. Also, did you see the weather? Shout out to Bolingbrook Police. Just for the record, I know y'all supposed to be like, I'm not supposed to say nice things about 12, but in Bolingbrook they in Bolingbrook they solved the crimes quick. Did you? Okay, Riis. This is a Riis conversation.
Uh-oh.
Riis, did you see the story about what happened in Bolingbrook?
In Bolingbrook, what you mean? In your own town?
That
could be nothing possibly happening but palm trees and sunshine.
I'm going to tell you.
What's going on?
That's the imports. Like, when people come from other places, they bring their cousins. They be at the palm trees and they be like, cousin. But you can't bring all your cousins everywhere.
No.
So check this out. Here goes the story. The suspect he was a co-worker with the people at WeatherTech. He robbed his co-workers that he knows at gunpoint for a wallet and a watch. Now, I don't know if he robbed them and he had on a mask and they was like, nigga, we know that's you. You know how somebody be like, dog, that's you. So the brother, Hightower, went to confront him at the job. He ups a strap and kills them. Kills one, kills the dude who confronts him, and shoots 2 other people. Riis, who robs the people at gunpoint? The people that they work with. What? Like, tell me, help me. I'm not saying you would, but Riis, I feel like you know people. Riis, who says I'm going to rob the people I go to work with at gunpoint? Like, does he say like they sweet? Like they ain't gonna do nothing? Like what? Like what y'all gonna do?
That's exactly what he said. Exactly.
You should see his mugshot, cause his mugshot is. But really, like, how do you know when it's that person? How do you know when it's that person?
You probably try him a couple of times, like, oh, he ain't say nothing. I can, you know what I'm saying? You say something to him, they don't say nothing. Then you be like, man, you let him talk to you like that, so you see him. Like, oh, okay, I see. I can really get him something like that. So yeah, for sure. That's crazy. That's crazy. I actually I my cousin. I had a cousin, and him and his wife used to do a scam. They used to take their car and act like it was broke down, and so like you would pull on the side of the road to give them some help, and they would rob you. And they would rob.
Remember that phone conversation we was talking about yesterday? Can I listen to it? That's why I said.
Yeah, I promise.
That's why I look at people like, sorry, dog, especially a man and a woman. Like, I'd be like, oh, nah, you stuck. I'd be like, I drive by people like, I'm sorry. And the only way I'm doing that now is I'm like, I don't know what the rule is about unholstering your gun. You can't brandish it. But I certainly would get out with my firearm mounted.
But see, my thing is, if I got to do that, I'm just not gonna get out.
So that's my point. And the woman disarms you.
Yeah. If I'm trying to set somebody up, I'm gonna use a woman.
See,
I'm just saying. That's like
he called a lift to get away. He wasn't from Bolingbrook.
Nah, wait a minute.
He wasn't from the Brook. He came. He moved. I'm telling you, he can't. I'm gonna tell you where he came from, because every time we have one of these incidents, I'm gonna tell you. No shade. He came from out west. I bet. Riis. Every time we got one of these type of incidents, it generates from. I love out west, but these type of incidents that happen in Bolingbrook are generally generated from someone who has out west origins.
Dang.
They do. It does. It does, Riis. Like.
Look, he was from 107. Oh, he was from Roseland.
Oh, say out west. Out west south. Out west south.
Out west south.
Roseland is out west south, dog. Yeah, hey, Joe. You cross 103rd, you out west south. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, I'm just playing.
Out west south.
That is out west south.
Please,
the wild honey.
Please look it up.
The wild. You saw his picture?
Nah. Not Tennille said that she gonna get the exact street. Please do. I'm trying to tell you. Like 100
I feel like we missing some pieces to the story, though.
Oh, for
it just
sure
seems
it is.
so absurd.
For sure it is.
They took something and he said, you think somebody, and he said, I want mine back?
Somebody, he
stole something from him.
Stole something, and everybody acted like they was crazy. So, he's like, okay.
Because that was some, like, vengeful, like, we definitely living in a culture where
anybody can get it.
Well, I think it's one of those things that's like, if I'm finna go out, I'm finna go out.
Right, like
Blaze and Glory, what's it called?
Yes.
Like that's the culture. That's wild.
Okay, Tennille's like, Tennille said there are no missing pieces to Bolingbrook. Let me tell you what Bolingbrook, the black people in Bolingbrook be like. Take that back to the city with you. That's what they be like.
Take that back to the city.
Oh my God. Bolingbrook black people be like, hey man, we do have palm trees out here. We do have nice things. And don't you come
y'all
out.
got palm trees in Bolingbrook?
You would think. If you
what you talking about, Maze?
We probably do. We probably got indoor palm trees in the wave pool to make it more realistic. Oh my goodness. Bolingbrook got everything. Like it's like if I would live in Bolingbrook. I wouldn't want to live in Naperville, but I'd live in Bolingbrook. Except I live in Cook County, the greatest county in the world, where I need you all to go vote for Carrie Steele for the next Cook County assessor. All right, next story on the list. Roe versus Wade. Will it impact women in Illinois? And I do want to point out, respectfully, that the Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce and a lot of business entities are now planning around economically about what Illinois being an oasis as a safe state will be. And I do think it's going to be, think about being titled safe states. Mm-hmm. That's kind of, again, that's very, what's them people name? Handmaid's Tale-ish. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Riis, you got the big voice? Why don't you do this? Because I want to hit this one up real quick. You got it? Let's do it.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Is it okay for the mayor to be publicly foul-mouthed? I don't know if you saw, Ruthie, but the mayor just recently went to the Pride concert, got on stage, and said, "Boo, Clarence Thomas," on the mic.
Yes.
I do, and it's now gone viral.
Of course. She's the people's mayor.
Are you? Wait. Huh? So okay. So
She done took on a role and took on a character, and she gonna play it all the way up through the nation, and people love it. Us here, remember the mayor already been courting the national press once Chicago start kind of turning on her. But I think that people like it. People like it. You know how many people think F Clarence Thomas? And she said it. So she's covering a lot of bases. She covering her LGBTQ bases. She covering the black bases. She covering the woman bases. She covering the Democratic bases. She covering her own press bases because it's like, whoop, got me one. I'm viral. She already been the foul-mouthed mayor. So I think it's a very good strategy for her to keep on going with it. She ain't letting up. And this is her reaping the benefits of being that way. So shout out to you, Mayor Lightfoot.
Wow.
Keep your foul-mouthed feet on their necks.
Look at Ruthie, see? And I'm telling you, I ain't looking out for no. Have you been in the group chat? I was gonna talk. I'm not talking no more smack about the mayor, cause I'm about to be through defending black people. Did you see? Did you even see the group chat?
Which part is it?
Okay. Anyway, so give us a call 872-259-7474. Is it okay for the mayor to be foul mouthed? I feel like mayors have cursed in private, and we know them to be private. I don't know that I'm okay with viral clips of the mayor saying "F you." Like, and then what's the next step? Like, what's left? Like,
she already said, I have the biggest. You can't get no more foul mouth than a woman saying that particular thing. In the realm of
what did she say, Riis?
In the realm of womanhood, one of the most foul mouth things you can say is exactly what it's.
Well, what did she say, Ruthie?
SMD.
SMD. Oh.
That's one of the most foul mouth things you can say as a woman, and she already said it, so she got to keep going with it. What you mean?
Okay? So that's okay?
Yes, because y'all don't be respecting her. So sometimes you gotta be talking out the
that
side.
To me is why that
and a woman. Come on now.
Okay. I know this is going. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this one today.
Oh.
What you got? You singing Negro spirituals? It's harsh.
She going with it.
It's harsh when women curse.
Listen, but
like,
how else y'all gonna respect her?
Ruthie, it's just like, but some words is just like if you say damn or hell, but like F and D, that's extreme. Like I cringe when I hear those words.
If you are a woman, one of the most egregious categorical things you can say to be foul mouth is exactly what she had already said, which was kind of in private. They just was recording her Zoom so they could play it back and try to bring a lawsuit to embarrass her. But if you willing
wait, but you said so, Ruthie, would you sit in a meeting like, okay, if I was meeting with a government official and they bust out and be like,
and I'm
boom,
the mayor,
boom, boom,
and you went against something I said, nothing is off limits to what can come out of my mouth to remind you who got the biggest. So stop playing. That's politics. Like, and she gotta be foul mouthed. The mayor, like, what 5'2", maybe 5'1". So that's how she was an attorney. So she been using her words to manipulate. That's what she do. She use her words.
So I'm gonna just say this, and
if she was talking about unicorns and flowers, y'all, the mayor.
I just feel like, let me just say this. I just feel like all decorum is gone politically. Like, I just, like, I'm not, no, I mean, I do feel
we
like.
We elected a president that said, grab him by the beep. Come on now. Stop acting like it's just her. Like, a lot of things have been said and shown within politics these last 10, 15 years. Like, a lot. Remember when Trump was talking about the whole birth certificate thing with Barack Obama, and people were just like, this is so like offensive, and we let that slide. And then the man became the president of the United States. What are you talking about? Decorum, civility. That don't exist within politics no more. And it never did. It never did. It was hidden. It was just hidden.
I just feel like,
because y'all know people been talking like that.
Ruthie, are you saying no that, like, so, okay. I know this sounds really crazy, and I'm going to stop after this, but I just feel like I always looked at politicians aspirationally. And I think if there's no civility in the people that lead, then there definitely will not be civility amongst the people that disagree.
Ain't been no civility. What? No. See, that's where we mistake it at. Mike Madigan ain't have no civility. Sure. It's an act. And so just because people ain't pretending to do the act no more, give me the person that's showing me who they are. Ain't been no civility in this. It's just overt. Give me the overt. Show me who you are so I can either avoid you, come closer to you, side eye you, or do whatever. Time out for that covert, undercover, suit wearing, knife and apple in my pocket. Come on now.
Yeah, nah, man. I just feel like the kids have no hope there.
It never was. If Mike Madigan was aspirational, look at the problem with that.
I'm not saying Mike Madigan was aspirational.
I'm just giving you an example of somebody that is more quiet with theirs, but be saying and doing the same stuff Lori Lightfoot just be doing in the open.
Nah, Lori don't, but she don't be plugging nobody. Don't nobody win with her. Like, well, I can't say that. So I just feel like this, y'all. And it is more and more and more and more that I just feel as though I don't know my place in the world. Like the lack of civility, just the accepted lack of just any type of decorum for anything. The lack of respect, the fact that there's nothing sacred. There's nothing.
It was all a lie in the first place. It was all a lie in the first place.
No, I can't agree with that.
It was an illusion.
I think that, no, I can't agree with that. I think that there is no absolute, right? And I think that life is all about nuance, right? I do think that there is something to disagreeing while trying to find common ground. I do believe that there is a value to not scorching the earth and making an irreparable path to never be able to come back. There are certain things that if you
have that work for black people.
Ruthie, I'm saying
that doesn't work.
I am suggesting that again, and this is my whole mission right now, which is to say, if we can't even talk to each other, and I don't find that acceptable. And I do feel like somewhere there was a point. I do not believe that this is the best of the life that I have seen, if that makes sense. Right? Like we could talk about stripping everything away and blah, blah, blah. And I think if I wasn't involved in politics, I would tell you that I have seen life, even though I am personally better off and have more, I have seen a better version of America. It wasn't perfect, no.
What?
But I definitely have seen a better version of America.
This is the best version of America that I have ever seen from my vantage point.
And that is a shame.
This is the first time that they have not, like, it's all been an illusion. Them teaching us about Christopher Columbus and all that. Do you know how good it feels for me to have that exposed? Because I knew in my heart and in my soul that what they was teaching me was not right. Do you know what it feels like to have the very stuff that you have been taught not to be so? Like, this is the most free I have ever felt in terms of what young people are learning. Because it was all an illusion.
I think that this is probably, I would say, the state of wokeness that we exist in. And I'm okay with like the history. I would tell you that probably the best spot that I was in is probably somewhere in the 90s. Probably like the mid to late 90s to early 2000 is probably where I felt like that was the best of all of America that I've seen. I think there was a level of consciousness. I think after Rodney King and all of that stuff, there was a level of consciousness that woke. I do believe that historically, we have not made the transition to, how do I put it? I just don't feel like we've made not a smooth transition. I think that it has become, I don't know, for all of the passport that we love and all of that stuff, like when we travel, I don't know that America and that what we love when we leave here will exist for my kids. And I would just say this. I would say that I would love to have the historical updates, but I would also tell you that we are at a point in this country that I don't necessarily have an optimistic outcome for us as a people, because even as free as we are, we still ain't got jack. So I don't know. It's just interesting, and we'll talk about it some more. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, I want to jump into the politics. But also, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Is it okay for the mayor to use foul language? You know, I talk about this all the time. Like, I just feel like there is an overall downgrade of everything. Like, there is nothing that we find respectable anymore. I mean, and but
the flip side to that is that as conscious Black people who have known that these things have not, it used to, like how you was saying singing the Star Spangled Banner, I believe, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Like, you already knowing, like, man, July 4th, like that do hit a little different if your people, are descendants of slaves. Like, so now, like, this is conversation that we are able to have, like, openly. Like, you ain't gotta feel crazy. Like, to me, that's priceless. Like, we are the closest to reparations that I think I have ever seen in my life. Like, I've been advocating for reparations since I was little. Didn't even really understand it. But this is the closest that I have ever seen it be in terms of actually coming into policy and coming into civics and politics.
I think it's coming into politics and conversation, but I think we're getting further away from it. I think that the fact that we can't have a dialogue across the line, I think you're never going to get it. We're not going to get reparations with the Congress that we have.
And if you can't,
so back up. So you're not going to get it with the Congress that you have. You're on a slippery slope, so you're going to lose Congress anyway. You're about to lose the Congress. You're about to lose the Senate. They're talking about the great Republican rebirth because every suburban mom is leaving the party. And here's my only point. Like, I believe that there has to be a bridge to communication to everybody, like, no matter who it is. And I think that as these bridges become burned, right now we're on the other side of the bridge that is going. Our resources are about to get burned. Right? The things that the communication that we need to have is going to be burned up. You're about to go into a republic. So just think about this. I always think about, like, people who will say F you or screw you, and then in about 6 months got to be standing in front of you saying, man, why you don't treat me fair? Or, look, I want my aid check, or I want my blah, blah, blah. And remember, you just been MFing the people, so you can't even get a conversation going. And I just think that as we continue to go down this path where it is, like, I was watching Bill Maher the other day, and the people in Texas were talking about secede. They were talking about seceding. And then the white lady was like, well, let them secede. And my thing is, like, yo, cuz, like, that's not how this is going to work. Like, it's not going to work if we can't have a dialogue. We don't have to agree. But I do believe that there has to be decorum. Like, if I may not like you, but if you say F my mom, I'm never talking to you again. And we may have an opportunity to build 20 years down the line. But if you say F my mom because you're in the heat of this argument, of this passion, fam, you've torn the bridge to communication for the next 20 years. I can get over a lot, right? I can get over a lot. People be like, why you let this person? Why? Because, you know what? Until you burn the bridge, like
the bridge
burn
was never there. How? Still, it's. I look
Ruthie,
at
you
what
didn't
you're
get
saying in the opposite. I totally feel the opposite of you. Like, I don't feel like I'm on this side of where the resources are. Like, each side need each other just as much.
No, that's why we haven't gotten anything.
Because we ain't never been at this type of precipice in our country. Like,
did we get police reform?
In order that's different. And I'm not talking about not communicating across the aisle. Like, that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is related to, like, on both sides of the aisle. Like, however we doing that. Like, if we dividing lines, are we talking Republican? We talking Democrat? Like, there are so many lines being drawn. Like, there are so many people on each side. If we talking about Clarence Thomas and Mayor Lightfoot, then that's a whole different conversation. Like, he think about how many times in different ways that he said F you. She just said it back. So I don't think that it's necessary for us to for the people who are the oppressed to always be the ones open to dialogue. Psh. That's crazy to me.
It just depends
Let
on
them
who
be
else
open to the dialogue.
So do you think? Let me just ask you, just out of curiosity. So you said you think we're as close to reparations as we've ever been. I would agree with you, but I think we're about to get as far away from it as we could possibly be in November. And I'm going to say that in November, after you have FU'd everybody, not you, but after everybody has been FU'd, has been kicked to the curb, and the election and the tables change, and now the balance of power is in the Republican side, right? Mm-hmm. The debate or the conversation of reparations will only be used to make you mad, because it will never make the floor. And you don't even have anybody that can walk across the aisle and say, hey, let's have this conversation. And
I disagree.
Who?
I disagree.
Give me something that has passed in Congress in the last 5 years that has been pro-black besides the damn Juneteenth.
When we so in my opinion, what's happening is things that are more on a state level. So just like how they making everything back to states' rights, it's going to become a state type of thing. So on a national level, like, the conversation has changed related to reparations. So the goal is to now, build up political candidates who you can send from your state into the nation to fight for this particular issue.
You're going to fight to put them in the same. So you're going to, again, it's not going to change the balance of power, though. So essentially, you're going to fight to put somebody in Bobby Rush's spot who will be pro-reparations, but will also be in the super minority in the House, and will take 10 to 12 years to even get the conversation back up. Because now the fight is no longer, reparations is off the table. Let's just be clear. Reparations is no longer the primary issue. The primary issue at this point will be the protection of the existing American rights, from Roe versus Wade to same-sex marriage to all of those other things. And if you doubt that,
I do. I doubt that, and I disagree. Reparations will be an issue
for the white people. How many people in the Black Caucus?
Reparations will.
We ain't even get police reform.
It'll be an issue. We didn't get the version of police reform that we wanted.
So we gonna get Evanston reparation. Okay, I'll give it to you.
I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but it will be an issue.
It will be an issue, as it has been an issue for the last 20 years. And if you think that it's going to pass,
ain't never been no issue.
I'm curious to where do you think the votes come from to pass reparations? And besides Illinois, we don't control most of the state houses around the country. So realistically, even if it goes to a state issue, do you think we talked to JB? He didn't even believe in based in reparations. So I just think
a lot of people didn't. Bernie Sanders, a lot of people don't.
So
but that don't mean that
you need votes to get it.
Still fight for it, man.
You can fight for it, but how do you end a war?
What you got killing,
and then there's a negotiated settlement.
Killing and bloodshed.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
That's the first step. Before you get to the negotiation, you got to kill. And I think that this is an issue that black people are willing to fight for. cut the check.
I think that there has to be civility. I think there always has to be the opportunity for somebody to have a conversation. I think if you can't have a conversation, you can never get a solution. And that's just how I feel.
I agree.
Okay, cool. So let's do this. Hey, Evanston, could you do me a favor with the fall? Could you please go out? We need the people in Evanston, the black people in Evanston particularly, to step up and vote for Carrie Steele because she, your committeeman is working against us. So we need your help. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. When we come back, we're going to talk about this election. We got all type of stuff. Plus, we got a caller. Let's take the caller. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Is it okay for the mayor to use foul language?
Yo, what's good? What's up, Ruthie? What's up, Riis? What's up, bro?
What up, Devo?
Hey, man, just over here posted up, man. 34, ops rolled up on me, but we had already took over the spot, bro. Ain't nothing to do but keep on going, man. You know what I'm saying? So we over here. Hey, just ran into a lady. She recognized Wiftable. She liked the shirt. You know what I'm saying? She listens to the Mace Jackson Show, man. That just made my day, bro. So what is it about? It's just about us developing the appropriate agenda and pushing that and indoctrinating people to the direction that we want to go. And yesterday, the dude that was on your show yesterday, I met his running mate for lieutenant governor.
Her.
And she wants to stop by.
Max.
Yeah, she wants to stop by. See, so, the message is growing, the momentum is growing. Like Ruthie is saying, we got to just keep pushing and, and create this infrastructure because the message is viable and valuable. I keep telling you that. You just have to believe in it. And yes, we must remain civil. We must remain professional. But we don't take no options off the table. So yes, we want to remain peaceful, but you're not gonna make the relationship unbalanced. So we can work with anybody. I talk with them people. The ideas, the perspective is right. When black people rise, then all the other boats lift up too. And that's the message. If you gave us white Jesus and we follow white Jesus, then if that's where we start the conversation, then that's where we start the conversation. If your conversation is black father, I'm a black father, then we start the conversation. If your conversation is guns, I got my concealed carry, then we started there. So we can start the conversation wherever we want. You just not gonna disrespect me. And that's what's up. But today, it's all about Carrie winning, and that's what we on. So tell somebody that they need to vote for Carrie for assessor, and that's all we on all day. And I'm gonna see us tonight at this huge victory celebration where we kick dude butt, and then we coming back to everybody that disrespected us. So let's keep encouraging each other, man, and be the leader that you are, bro. Because this victory is for the family.
Man, thank you, Devo. I appreciate y'all. Look, we need aid and assist.
I'm out, bro.
I appreciate you, Devo. That's Devo, president of BP1. Look, y'all, I need y'all out in the field today. Stop by TP 5401 South Wentworth if you are around to assist black people first. We got a lot of initiatives and objectives today, so we're going to be needing everybody on aid and assist. We got any other callers? Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Is it okay for the mayor to use foul language?
Hi, good morning. This is Rosie. How are you?
Uncle Rosie. Hey, y'all, Uncle Rosie saved me yesterday, y'all. Ruthie, he was drinking a large iced coffee, and I came in and it was hot, and I was trying to we was working on the schedule and trying to get all the stuff out. I was like, Uncle Rosie, could you give me a coffee, man? He said, man, if you wasn't my ninja, I don't be going to get everybody coffee. And then Burma was out there, but they was ready. They was getting their palm cards. They was locked and loaded. What's up, Uncle Rosie? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing fine. Just recovering from yesterday, but I'll be out on the street pretty soon, and I'll be stopping by to see you at the TP and see whatever I can do. within the limitations of my restrictions.
Hey, man, you come in and quarterback with me. You can come in and help us get the people out the door.
All right, baby. Well, you can count on me. But look here, but between this dialogue between you and Ruthie, let me tell you, I like this new Ruthie. Shit. Well, look here, the debate goes like this. If you think you've lost, then you just found a way to make it real. Ruthie, anyway, the sun that we're looking for never left. It just morphed. And when the sun morphed, when it morphed the first time, it put us in a doldrum and it woke some other folk up. Are you woke? And then the sun just did it there. You've been paying attention within the last week. The sun did something it never done in the lifetime of anyone who was around today to see it. The sun is back. Now, what that means, some other folk are about to go into the doldrum, and some other folk are going to be awakened. So about reparation, it's an idea whose time has come. And circumstance will make it so that they be so happy. How much can we give you? So, the thing is, the idea lives somewhere, so we keep the idea alive. We do our job, and the supernatural will do its job. That's all I'm saying. Hey, look here, keep it up. And by the way, God got something for you, and I don't quite know what it is, Maze. Dang. Anyway, love you guys.
Love you, Uncle Rosie. We appreciate you. Thank y'all, man. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Is it okay for the mayor to use foul language? Riis, we got another caller. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Shalom, Akeem.
What's up, Israel? How you feeling, brother? Are you out there kinging it up? What's going on?
Man, kinging it up, feeling good. Ain't nobody rebelling, man. Papa Kingship, I've inherited. So then I went to a meeting the other day. The Trump people apologized because, I was on security for Trump when he didn't even come in Chicago. But, I'm just with you, man. I'm glad you came off that green team and, fighting for the people. Sell all their damn tickets, but it's all called politics. BS and rhetoric, man. I've been seeing some interesting, and the Democratic Party imploded. So I just want to say, keep up the good work. I'm with some special forces with you, brother.
Hey, man, that's what I appreciate, Israel. And let me tell y'all what. Shout out to, thank you, Israel. I appreciate your call. Let me also say how somebody sent me a text yesterday. And this is why I think our media is so important, right? And we got to connect. I got a text yesterday, because this is how black women do. I'm just tell you. Black women said, hey, I saw the interview of Beverly Miles yesterday. They sent me a screenshot of them voting for Beverly Miles. Because I heard her on your show. Plus, I liked her hairstyle.
It was cute.
But I'm
really cute.
Let me tell you, man.
And her Betsy Ross shoes.
Can I tell you, I probably don't get more pleasure than people like that who are genuinely, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Ruthie, I be feeling bad sometimes that I have these political things in my head. And so I really be like, could you come to the meetings and could you just come on and can we just make a plan for our candidates so we could, you know what I'm saying? I understand that it's a lot of political scientists out there. But I really do believe if you are truly serious about growing your political acumen, I really would encourage you to join BP1. Because I do think that there are a lot of quality candidates out there. And just watching what we saw and the teams that we were able to assemble, there's people out here that can get it done. I think we just got to be organized. Riis, are there more calls? Caller, you on the maze? Okay, so that's cool. So let's take a quick break. And then when we take a quick break, we're going to be back. Hey, let me shout out to the people at Evanston. Just so y'all know, what time is Carrie coming out to Evanston?
Let me look.
Ruthie's going to look, but Evanston, she going to be out in Evanston. And if it's possible for some of y'all to meet her while she's out there, that would be greatly appreciated. Because, the Evanston people is, they be...
115.
Where's she going? We don't know yet.
Evanston Township polling place.
Oh, so the Evanston Township polling place. So, hey, to the reparations movement. Can y'all meet out there if y'all ain't going to the new beach? Did y'all hear that Evanston got a new beach coming too?
What?
Right. Look, Rick. Look. No, there will not be a live broadcast the week on Wednesday.
That's exactly what we gonna
Look,
live.
I'll go be out there. Hey, man, if you've ever been to a new beach, bro, have you ever been to a new beach? Okay, well, I'm just here to tell you. I feel like the new beach is not for the athletic. I'd be like, I remember the first time when I was like, oh, okay, this is a little different. All right, let me take this last call. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. We're gonna be talking to Willie Preston at 7:32. He is out in the building. What's up, man? It's the Mace Jackson Show. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
All right, who this?
How you doing? My name's Mustafa. I was calling about I may have mentioned stuff, doing some stuff, but I was calling about Lori Life.
Can you take it off? Can you take it off a speakerphone, fam? Can you take it off a speakerphone? Are you on speakerphone?
All right, hello.
Much better. What's up? What's your name, caller?
My name is Mustafa. I was calling about Miss Lori Life was saying F Clarence.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my thing on it. I do think it was kind of disrespectful. And I know Ruthie said before that Clarence said F. She said Clarence said F us and whatnot. But also, and I talked about this a little bit in the comments. While I think we're kind of so tied in with what white liberals want, that sometimes when things come out, because there were other rulings that happened that was going to affect us in a positive way that we aren't talking about. Like, we're not talking about Concepcion versus the United States, in which Clarence Thomas joined over. He came over and joined with the liberal justices, and this ruling is going to effectively release thousands and thousands of people that was locked up for those draconian drug sentences in the 80s and 90s. But we're not talking about that, though. So how can you say, well, F him because you don't like one ruling and by totally ignoring something else that I think he did was positive? You see what I'm saying? So I just think, I think that was more so, in my opinion, was more so of her being so tied into the white liberal movement that when they get upset about something, they have to send out, their black guard dogs to come and defend them. You notice the white liberals aren't talking about this Concepcion versus the United States because it doesn't affect them, so they don't care about it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to. Can you you Mustafa L, put that in the chat, man, so I could Google that. I want to put that back in the chat, man. I appreciate you coming out the chat.
I wrote on it yesterday.
Okay, I appreciate you coming out the chat and coming on live, man. That's good stuff. Now make sure you go out there and vote for Carrie Steele today, man. Don't don't let these people trick you. All right, that's my man Mustafa from the chat box to the phone box. Is it the phone box still? Do you remember the phone? Ruthie, when the last time? They just took the last payphone out in New York. Just like maybe 2 weeks ago.
I'm shocked they still had one.
I want a payphone.
I think people do need payphones.
I think
payphones was legit, man. Especially like toward the end when you can put like 50 cents in and it was unlimited.
Call around the universe.
Yeah, it was unlimited. Like,
hey man, what do people do when their phone get cut off now?
Ask somebody to use their phone.
Okay.
Well, it all depends on now. Like now it depends because they got the app. So if you got the app and you can connect to Wi-Fi, then you can just download one of them numbers like a Google number and stuff like that, and just have people call you like that. So that's what they do now.
Goddamn millennials, boy. Y'all just done broke everything. Can't nobody get. All right, look. When we come back, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk elections. It's It's political day. It's election day, so we're gonna talk about the races that are in the field, the most popular ones. Also, if you are in the Beverly area, right, Beverly? If you anywhere near 111th at not the L, they don't even got an L in Beverly. The Metro stop. If you are anywhere near the Metro stop on 111, stop by and see President Carrie Steele. Her and the team will be there shaking hands with State Representative Fran Hurley, as well as Monica Somerville for judge, and Carrie Steele as people get on the trains. If you live in a neighborhood, in a community, can y'all do me a solid? Go out and vote for President Carrie Steele. I'm being an advocate. Am I gonna be in trouble? Am I allowed to say her name? Yes, I'm good. All right, thank you. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Riis, let me do this one more time. Then when I do this, then you go to your thing, because we're going to wear this one out too. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this message from the Illinois Secretary of State.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and I'm here with my good friend Carrie Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have someone at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility that goes with it. So please come out on June the 28th and support my good friend, Carrie Steele, for Cook County Assessor.
Hi, I'm Carrie Steele, and when I'm your next Cook County Assessor, I won't just talk about it.
She'll be about it.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Well, Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well my body's been a mess and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe? Why don't you come on over,
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler, and sitting down in the lobby is my girl Ruthie Moore. In the building with me, man, is one of Chicago's finest, and I don't mean a police officer, although this brother does have connects with all the people. He got connects in the community. He's got connects with the police. He's got connects with the street. He's got connects with the nation. He is one of the most connected black men in the city of Chicago, oftentimes flying under the radar. A lot of people don't, let me not say a lot of people don't know him. They do know him. They just often see him in the position of an activist fighting for his community. But he is also a founding member. A lot of people don't know. I got a phone call the other day. I was like, hey, man, dude is a founding member of What's in It for the Black People. His name is signed on our Constitution like the founding fathers. One day we're going to go back years and look in the book. Today, man, I usually see him. I really can't even tell you how I usually see him, because no matter what it is, whether he got a suit and tie on, whether he got a jogging suit on, whether he is in, a polo, he is always out on the front lines fighting for black folks. And he is also he is our candidate, the What's in It for the Black People First candidate for the 2nd District Commissioner for Cook County. Welcome him to the Maze Jackson Show, my brother, Andre Smith. Andre, welcome to the Maze Jackson Show, famo.
Well, thank you, my friend, my family, and my brother and mentor. And thank you to What's in It for the Black People that's listening, and the rest of the radio. And, YouTube audience.
Hey man, I see you got your. So let me tell y'all. See, I seen Dre on. I was telling Dre on Saturday because Dre was in work mode on Saturday. He was getting the signs. He had his people. He was marshaling his forces. He was directing traffic like a general. It's funny because when generals be generaling, and then the general come into the joint, he always be like, "What you need, soldier?" I'd be like, "What? I'm straight, General." He'd be like, "Okay, I'm just coming to check on you. Make sure there was a problem. Heard on the radio. I'm out there. I'm on top of it." And why he got his own race? But Dre, you always serving other people. Talk to me about why you are running for commissioner of the 2nd District.
Well, Mays, a long time ago, I carried the title of an activist. I carried the title of a preacher, and I served for over 26 years. And I realized that I was on the outside trying to fix the inside. So I realized the most important person besides God himself is a lawmaker. And if you want to help your people, you need to be in the inside making the laws that we have to follow.
So it's funny because I always say, Dre, that black people say they don't want to be involved in politics, but government and politics are going to be involved in their lives whether they like it or not. You got to get a birth certificate to get in this mug and a death certificate to get out of this mug, and politics in between. Dre, so tell me what inspired you to run, because you are running against an incumbent who is well-funded, well-financed, and seems to have the support of the party. Talk to me about what made you decide to jump in this race, and talk to me about why you're the best qualified candidate for this spot.
Well, I decided to run. I looked at the race. I looked at my opponent, and I seen that our district was in trouble. Our district was going the wrong way, murder after murder, and no sign of my opponent nowhere on the south side, just serving the west side. And I went to the other candidates that ran before, respectfully, and asked them, are they running? And they said no. And I told them I was going to run, and they said they'll support me. So when I decided to run, my opponent heard about it. He called me 3-4 times and asked me not to run. He said, "Brother, you're my friend." I'm like, I ain't your friend and I ain't your brother. But he called me like 4 times and said, "Hey, look, why don't you consider Water Rec?" I said, "No, brother."
Did he call the president of Water Rec? Go ahead.
He said, "I can help you, I can get you some support." I said, "No, brother, I'm running for Cook County Commissioner in the 2nd District." So then after that, Mays, from that time to this time, he threw everything that he can throw at me. He did everything that he can do to try to stop me. When people, that a lot of people saw me with supporting me, and he called Congressman Davis, and Congressman Davis called my guy and told my guy to bag up. They called some of the people that was going to endorse me, aldermans and stuff like that. I did I was going to do a fundraiser. They called the people, told them I couldn't do it there. It been so. They sent the Cook County Department of Ethics to my office.
What? That's a trick they've been using. They've been trying to weaponize the ethics. They tried to, I ain't gonna talk to you about it, but they've been trying to do that. They've weaponized the tools in the box. So Dre, you know what, man? I don't even want to talk about, I want you to tell the people about you. Tell them about your record of service and tell them what's the biggest issues in the 2nd District.
Well, as I stated before, our district is the most district that's neglected.
Now, where is your district included?
My district goes from 75th and King Drive over to 75th and California, all the way up to Augusta Boulevard, over to Cicero, basically all the way over to the water. My district has 18 wards. My opponent only won 4, and 68% of the people voted against him. I'm in it to win it. I'm out west all day today, shaking hands and thanking the voters. And I mean, I'm all in, Mace. I think that, matter of fact, I know out of fighting, standing over dead bodies, comforting mothers, fighting for the #1 trauma center on the south side of Chicago at the University of Chicago, fighting to get the soda tax repealed, and so on and so on. I started my activism when a young lady in Cabrini Green named Girl X, which was a long.
I remember that.
Yeah, I started back then, and even to then to now, that's almost 28 years ago. I never took a dollar, never took a grant. Nobody out there can say Andre sold us out. And like I tell a lot of people, freedom ain't free. Freedom is not free. Somebody has to pay the cost. I lost a lot fighting for people that don't even know I fight for them. The reason why they don't know I fight for them is because I never put my name on it. I never brand myself. I never do it for me. I do it for them.
So, Dre, let me ask you a question, because that's one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes the people that do the most because of their humility put themselves at a competitive disadvantage, because we try to do things from the heart. And if you toot your own horn, then people will whoop you for it. But at the same time, if you don't, then they get the other guy will be like, look what I did, it's a lot of times people brag about what they've done with our money, right? So like when they talk about they've given certain people money and certain things, I'd be like, fam, you do realize that I'm a taxpayer. Mm-hmm. And you are telling me that you're awarding the money that I put into. And it's not kind of like your money. It's like a lot of eyes in these conversations, which I understand, but the legislator is supposed to represent. Dre, talk to me about how you plan to win the election, man. Talk to me about now I'm going to tell y'all what, this brother got an operation. I be looking at Dre I be like, Dre, how you get them posted? Dre don't be doing, no, real talk. Everybody got lawn sign, Dre got long walls. He be like, hey, give me, you know what? I be doing like, you get the 4x4, Dre be like, oh no, let me get you, come here, man. You need a 6x8 to put up on the wall. Dre, talk to me about how you've been able to build this grassroots organization that makes you seem to be omnipresent all over the district, because you're not just on the south side. I see you on the west side. I see your visibility. Talk to me about the grassroots organization and network that you've built over time.
Well, Maze, I want to say this, to God be the glory, because a lot of people don't know, I walked away from my job, I would say about a year ago. Because either I'm in or I'm not. And when I'm in something, I'm all in. When I walked away from my job, I was making good money, drive anything I wanted to drive. I was a finance manager, and, they looked at me like, no, we give you a raise. I said, no, I'm out. I'm running for office. And through the grace and mercy of God, I made it day to day, spending my own money, buying signs. I got good deals and stuff like that. And, everybody was like, man, where you get this at? Man, I see your face everywhere. That was that was because of God, and he always makes a way. That's why I would never, ever hustle or sell our people out, because God always going to take up the slack.
There it is.
So I'm out there fighting, man. And it's, people can't say on the radio or on TV or to somebody and say, I never took a dollar, I never took a grant, because there's a multitude of people listening. So if you did, that means you're a liar, and then you become a liar, and everything you say, people are going to question. But I can stand here today and say I never took anything and never will.
Drake, so I got to ask you the questions, man. Where do you stand on the right of undocumented immigrants to vote in municipal elections?
Well, I heard a lot of people say, well, it's the Constitution and this and that. We suffer a lot, and that's why I'm in this race. That's why I'm fighting, and me, Maze, I'm just a straight guy.
Yes.
But one thing I can tell people, truth rules with me. If you tell the truth and I'm wrong, I'm going to submit, atone, and apologize and repair. You know, as far as undocumented immigrants, you know, until they become citizens the right way, they can't vote.
Okay. Talk to me, Trey, about what is in it for the black people when we elect Andre Smith.
I've been waiting on this question.
I'll be feeling like, don't people know we gonna ask this question?
Yeah,
they be acting like it's
everybody know that, you know. But Andre Smith is what's in it for the black people. A man that will stand on the table, flip the table over. When I hear of our people being disrespected, you know, I'm going, soon my hand go down after they swear me in. My first thing I'm going to be fighting for is Cook County reparation.
Uh-oh.
Because we deserve to be repaired. Whether it's the county, the state, the city, and the federal government. Since I'm going to be Cook County Commissioner, I'm going to lead that charge, you know.
That yellow. Push the yellow out.
I'm going to lead that charge with Cook County Reparations. Also, for our young brothers or people that has construction companies, I'm going to make sure that we get more than 1%. That's a disgrace. Ain't nothing in there gonna happen, because I'm going to make sure everything stop until they fix that. We ain't voting on nothing.
Dang. Trey, look, man, I want you to do me a solid. I want you to look into that camera right. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get you. I'm going to give you a solo shot one more time. See how that look right there? I want you to look straight into the camera, and I want you to tell the voters of Cook County why they need to vote for you. And then what I want you to do is maybe hit some of those wards so that the people know to be looking for your name on the ballot, and make sure we know your punch number. Go ahead. Talk to them.
All right, let me say this. I'm Andre Smith. I'm 54 years old, and more than half of my life I spent fighting for you. Never took a dollar, never took a grant, never sold anybody out. I don't do hustling. I consider myself rare. I believe every 20 years people like me come. I'm not bred, I'm born. That means I'm fixed. I will not change. I would not be an elected official and forget about you. I'm the kind of person that you see on TV fighting for you, and you'll say, that's my guy. It's time for us to smile again. It's time for us to have hope again. It's time for us to start believing again. The wards that I serve is the 1st Ward, the 2nd Ward, the 42nd Ward, the 27th Ward, 28th Ward, 24th Ward, the 22nd Ward, the 25th Ward, the 6th Ward, the 17th Ward, 16th Ward, the 20th Ward, and the 3rd Ward.
Wait, I thought that was a West Side district. What? That's a lot of South Side.
Well, majority of it is South, but if you have the West Side supporting you, you don't never have to come South, but you should. And most of the aldermen, when I went out there, they was like, who is the commissioner? So I told them, they was like, oh, yeah. And most of them were like, man, he don't do nothing for me, you know, but because you're part of the party, they go along to get along.
All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all what. This is Andre Smith. This is the What's in It for the Black People first endorsed candidate for the commissioner of the 2nd District. Let me tell you about Dre. Junior want to know, when you elected, can we call you Dre still?
Oh, you can call me whatever. Just don't call me Crooked.
Andre Smith. Look, y'all. Dre is our guy. He is a friend of the family, but not just a friend. Acting work. I talk about people, so check this out. There's a lot of people that show up for the meeting. You can't find them when it's time to do the work, but they be back for the party. Dre helped us build it, stood with us the whole time. Now he is running for office. And as I've told you before, there has to be an advantage to being black with black people. Y'all, let's make sure we show up and show out for our brother Andre Smith today as you go to the polling places. Dre, you know you're on our coordinating committee, so I want to make sure that you stay in contact with us. Let us know what you're seeing out there, popping up and checking in. And, you know, I know you. Hey, y'all, and Dre, he don't talk about it. He be about it. Let me tell you, I see Dre every other day because, you know, where he going? To the Black Credit Union. Real talk. Real talk. Shaming me. Shaming me. We got to move that so we can get that done. Dre, you know, I forgot to ask you one other question.
Go ahead.
Hey, who you supporting for Cook County Assessor, man?
Well, there's only one person running.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Uh-oh.
And that's most definitely my sister-in-law, Carrie Steele. You know, y'all go out now. Don't wait. Now. Anything can happen. Go out now and vote for Carrie Steele for assessor. Go out and vote for Richard Boykins for Cook County Board President, and then vote for Andre Smith.
Pick up if you're looking for who to vote for, pick up a What's in it for the Black People voters guide. Dre will make sure you got some in your possession, but we also make sure you can stop by 5401 South Wentworth. Also, if you all are on social media, share the Black Card. Share the Black Card. Share the Black Card. So all your friends, because I'm going to tell you, everybody be looking for a place to vote. And what we don't want them to do is just vote straight party line so that it looks like we all good. Everybody ain't happy. We ain't all smiling. Hey, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. Riis, but before I do it, you know I got to do it one more time. One more again. Dre, this is Illinois Secretary of State shouting out President Carrie Steele, and then Riis will go right to the break after that. But here's a few words from hold on, let me do it right. From your Illinois Secretary of State, Jesse White.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and I'm here with my good friend Carrie Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have someone at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility that goes with it. So please come out on June the 28th and support my good friend Carrie Steele for Cook County Assessor.
This is your man, Mace Jackson. We want to thank everybody from
Hi, I'm Carrie
WBGX
Steele,
who is tuned in to the Mace Jackson Show. We want to tell y'all how much we appreciate y'all. Everybody, to the Saints that have been tuned in to WBGX. Catch us every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8. If you all wanted to send us, catch us from 6 to 9. But look, yep, it is the Mace Jackson Show. Thank you to everybody. Saints, y'all living in the Southland and the West Side, we need y'all to go vote. Make sure you go to the polling places. They say there's going to be lines. They said there was lines yesterday, but whatever you do, stay in line. Make sure you vote for Carrie Steele and my man Andre Smith. Pick up your Black People, your What's in it for the Black People voters card, the Black Card, we're calling it. Pick it up and use it, and let's run to victory. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a lot going on today. Dre?
Yes, sir.
What is this, velvet? This man, this boy he got on French cup, them diamonds in my, look at my boy. That's if you're gonna run for office, that's how you run for office. I've been talking about decorum. Dre, see, you know that these days, man, they want to show up to the conference. They want to be running for office in holy jeans, man.
Well, you know, this is Victory Day.
That's what I'm talking.
You know, and we got to look like the change.
There it is. The change we want to see. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Ruth and Mo. We're going to see if we can get Willie Preston on the line, too. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break. Mace Jackson.
Tune in to the Mace Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Mace Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the Black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Mace said. We out of here. Peace.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Carrie Steele, Cook County Assessor. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Up in the morning with the frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face now. For people I don't want to see, working at a job that I don't want to be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals. But as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know: why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me?
Talk about Chicago, where we need to go. But before we get started, think you need to know. Heed the flow on how we can't feed the pole and getting taxed on the tax for your lead a stove. It used to be okay to go and sit in the park. Now people scared to leave the house and just go get in the car. So let's talk about Andre Smith and listen up. Running up for 2nd District County Commissioner, which is the area from Jackson to Cicero Avenue. Support Chicago against violence is what we gotta do. 'Cause violence in the street today is getting major. Something he experienced himself and Robert Taylor. Nothing beats a failure than a person that's trying. Barack Obama himself called him a giant. His grandmother, Carrie Williams, woman of his nation, succeeded with the integration of education. His ancestry is of legends, and his blood to make a change in his political profession. Encouraging the kids to stay on the right path and be a role model, a true representative for the city of Chicago. If you want to make a change and open up doors, Andre Smith is who you should vote for. If you want to make a change and open up doors, Andre Smith is who you should vote for.
Andre Smith, what's up? It's your boy Paul B from Go Getters Entertainment. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir, Paul. Go ahead.
What make you do what you do?
You know what, Paul? When I see politicians lying and manipulating the people, hustling the people, and turning their back on the people, on the poor, you know, and it makes me disappointed. It makes me upset. When I see our brothers standing on the corner trying to get their petitions signed, and they only get pennies, when other people are getting jobs and getting pensions for pennies, that's disrespectful. It makes me upset. But I realize this, Paul, it's in my DNA to fight, because my great-grandmother, Carrie Williams, in 1864, she stood up in West Virginia, filed a lawsuit for discrimination and the rights of equal rights for blacks of color, as they called it back then. Then she took it to the Supreme Court and she won, Paul. So I realized that it's not easy to stand up against the politicians, but we have to do what we have to do. That's why I stand up, Paul.
Wow, man. So basically, it's in your DNA.
It's in my DNA from 1864.
You couldn't help yourself if you wanted to.
You know what? I would never turn my back on the people.
But there y'all have it, y'all. That's Andre Smith. He's signing out.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie K. Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
WIFTBPM.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the power. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, and my girl, Ruthie Mo, back in the seat, back in the building. Ruthie back on the map. I was going to say the rest
like
of
rap because Andre Smith.
Right,
got a
man.
song.
Did y'all see Dre try? Well, I'm a little upset with y'all. I'm a little upset that I just heard that for the first time.
That's kind of my fault, then.
That is.
Yeah.
That's
no, I didn't ever.
And
I
remember,
had
it said.
Yeah, and I had it too for a minute.
Reese, so
yeah.
See, Ruthie, see how Reese sitting on the playlist? Like, how Reese gonna stop? How you gonna stop? No, that was a hit. Like, I feel like that could have been. You could have moved the needle for my man with that.
Oh man.
See, this is what happens though. Like, people be like, oh, my bad. Did you vote? Oh.
Always.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, it be your own people.
I'm really excited to vote today.
Did you? Oh, so I want to know, Ruthie.
Honestly, I'm finna share something with you. This is like the same feeling when I was able to vote for the first time ever for President Barack Obama.
What?
That's how me and Reese, we ain't that old. So the first
vote for our president.
The first time you voted was for Obama?
That's when I was eligible to vote, was for Obama.
Are you serious?
Probably, I think so.
I know.
I was in Grant Park.
I know, we young.
I hope it's gonna be here.
But this is like the same energy.
What was his first year? Because we couldn't vote until 2006 or something like that.
Wasn't he 12 or 8?
So what, the election was what?
I don't. I feel like it's been a long time ago. But I know that was the first time, and it was just like a certain level of like excitement.
Why you feel so excited?
The lines was long, but it's okay because I was like, this is like for a cause. So this is like, kind of feel that same energy. Like I'm actually voting for something.
What do you
not just someone.
What are you voting for? Roe versus Wade?
Here you go.
No, I'm Ruthie,
Here you go.
Ruthie, I'm
Here
trying to.
you go.
Ruthie, I'm
you
trying
just
to.
want to be controversial. I'm trying to have us a sentimental moment, but you just want to be controversial.
No, I want to empathize. I am trying to be an empathetic, like, male.
Maze, Roe versus like.
So why do you feel this way, Ruthie?
Because it's just a certain level of energy in the air.
Hey y'all, I'm. Can I tell you what? I feel like Jesus, make it stop. I feel like anticipation, but I'm also like, like one of the things that's a challenge for me is to know the exacerbation of the bad things that people say, and it's worse today. And it's like the crux of just feeling like, well, anyway. So I'm excited too, and I hope that everybody went to go vote. You was out there, Shannon. We was out there. I got pictures out in Grand Park because we was at the hotel across the street, and we was like, he gonna win for real. And it was the Republicans. The George, what's his name? The guy who died.
Floyd?
No, not Floyd. No, John McCain. The John McCain party was in our hotel. So it was like we were in the hotel in the penthouse, and the John McCain people were in the bar, and they were getting sloshed as we were all running across the street. It is some excitement around this election, Ruthie. You know that I am personally involved in this one just as a person that is supporting my wife.
Mm-hmm. And
for a person who has been niggerized in the process of just wanting to be supportive. I told y'all before, I remember, y'all know I'm kind of super male. And I remember I used to always say, when my wife get married to me, she taking my name. I don't care what. She could have been Mary Magdalene. She taking my name. And to be married to someone who you feel like you would be willing to give that up just because they've built a tremendous career and you only want to be supportive of that and you never want to be detrimental. This has been very difficult. Man. So I'm just ready, and I hope that our people have our back. That's all I got to say. Ruthie, we got a long day today. You like, who are you talking about?
I know,
did you play? Did you?
You know, for me, I kind of feel like today is like
adrenaline rush.
Yes, but has been pretty planned out pretty well. So like, it's a lot of work that happened beforehand to make today run a certain type of way, and I feel like a lot of that good work has really happened. So it's not a level of stress; it's just a level of, all right, now we just literally just gotta fill in the gaps, like, and just move accordingly. So I don't really feel like it's gonna be a long day because the road map is there. But if you gotta turn left, let's go. We're going back right, let's go. So I'm ready.
Ruthie, you might get adopted. We might make you a Jackson, right? You might make it to the Jackson. You know, we got to get you off this socialist.
I'm not a socialist.
Yeah, you are. You
no,
just
I'm
don't
not.
realize it.
You can't label me.
Okay, I won't. Well, if you become a Jackson, then we can't. We got to label you a capitalist. Nah, man. I gotta tell you, BP1, and the best thing in my life that I hated the most is being in a group chat until we got this one.
Because a group chat is different from an action chat. I'm in enough group chats. We chat enough. But
Right,
an
people-
action chat is, I'm telling you, is way different. It's a dispatch chat.
Man, it is. You put it in there, they be like, got it.
Like,
They be like, don't put your hand in there because they'll eat that too.
Straight up.
Give me that job. And so shout out to BP1 and everything that is up. We know that Carrie is on her way to, let me check the.
I wish we had a carry tracker, like a Santa tracker.
We do. How do you use it? So here goes the carry tracker right here. And it looks like, I don't know how you do it. So we're going to have to look at it. But they need to get moving. So whoever is over there, they need to get moving to the... Hold on. Keep talking, Ruthie.
All right. It is election day. Hopefully the weather holds up, because I think anything can make people be like, I'm good. So make sure y'all go out and vote.
Okay, I'm back.
Take your kids with you so they can experience it possibly. I'm sorry, you're young people.
The children. Look, y'all.
Get y'all stickers.
Get y'all stickers. And then can y'all, if y'all vote, when y'all vote, can y'all post, especially when you voted for Carrie, can you post it?
Do we get stickers or wristbands this year?
I don't know. Stickers.
Which one y'all like, the stickers or the wristbands?
I don't know what I like. I like the stickers and the wrist. I don't wear. No, I'm not. Well, wristband maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I might add it to the thing.
I wonder which one it is. I don't know why I'm excited about the gift.
The gift. You know what the gift is? You come to the. I'm gonna have. Man, that's all right. I started to just buy out the coffee joint. Right, and be like, me, you bring your voter stuff, and I'm buying the Dunkin' Donuts or Sip and Savor.
Oh, we getting stickers this year.
We getting stickers. Can y'all do me a favor when y'all do? Can y'all post, tag, tag Carrie for us to tag? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to know, man. Ruthie, just believe in yourself. That's all you can do. I love. All right, y'all. Maze Jackson Show. Let's talk about what is going on. Okay, so what do we think is going to happen in the first... let's back up. Secretary of State's race. We got David Moore rolling as the underdog. We got Anna Valencia, who has made her campaign about women's rights since before this Roe versus Wade. And then you got Alexi Janulius, who had $4 million and just took out a loan for another $650,000, which tells me, Ruthie, that this woman thing has some legs. No, I mean, not like she's got legs and she knows, not ZZ Top legs. But like this. So what I've come to recognize is that this is a weird place to be in, because I feel a certain way about Alexi's campaign, because I feel like even though the situations are different, it really blows me. He and Fritz are using the same campaign strategy, which is you have a very difficult time attacking the record of the candidate, so you attack their husband. And I wonder, how does that play with people? Like when, so so you know how I feel about the whole Secretary of State's race. I think I've made that pretty clear. But I do feel a certain energy that bothers me with liberal Democrats who are able to come into our home, but then also Willie Horton the black people. Right? And it's like, it's okay. Like, I do feel like there is this fear of black, like, Ruthie, if I were to name all of the people who they are, like, didn't nobody say nothing about Jan Schakowsky's husband. right? Like, he went to jail, like, for dirty tricks, right? And it's like, it's so crazy to me to watch how black people can be criminalized in this process, and we can be played to the Democrats are willing to play to white fear against black people. Like, again.
That's a winning strategy. It's a winning strategy. Now, it didn't work for Richard Irvin, but playing to white fear is a strategy, and normally it's done through crime. Law and order.
So I'm just saying. Let me ask you. So in the Secretary of State's race, we all got David. I got David Moore. He's supported by the black people first and what's in it for the black people. But I do know, I think he has a challenge in that he may have had a challenge getting his message out. And because this is not just a Cook County race, it's a statewide race, I'm gonna say David is my pick with an asterisk. What do you think happens? So if, let's say there's three people, and let's say we just assume David was coming in first. Who comes in second? Who comes in third between Alexi and Anna? Does the Secretary of State's race? She made it about women's issues, about abortion rights, etc. Not really a lot about, but she recognized that there is a women. I think her strategy, her path was to women. Alexi has made his strategy to attack her ethics through her husband. I don't know specifically, like when I look at the campaigns, I see either the ice cream or they're bad people. What is with the food in these? And do you think that Alexi and Fritz use the same campaign company because they both use food in their ice cream, and they both attack the people, attack the women? Like one used the hot dog, and one used ice cream. And is ice cream like poll well?
You know, they probably thought, what attracts voters? And they did a poll, and the categories was food, et cetera, and food probably won.
Can I tell you, I feel a certain kind of way when he be showing up to events in Jordans.
You talking about Alexi Julius?
He be wearing Jordans like this.
That's his thing.
Is that like appropriation?
Yes. Of the culture.
It's cool appropriation though?
It depends on who he competing with his shoe game. What's interesting enough is I wonder black men probably notice it more than anybody else. They probably look like tennis shoes to the person who don't got a discerning eye for Jordans.
So, but that's my question. Do people? Well, I've come to recognize I was just at a convention and white guys were wearing Jordans.
You notice it if you notice it, but I think shoe culture is like
international now.
It's become
pop culture.
Exactly.
It's like because I'm doing it now.
Pop culture.
Right. I got Jordans. So then
now if he wears some Air Force Ones, okay.
No, not they turn into biscuits. Not the Air Force Ones. What if he came out with Nelly? All right.
Talking about Air Force Ones.
Okay. So who you got? Who comes in second? Who comes in third? Let's say David Moore comes in first. Who do you think? Do you think will the women prevail, or will Alexi be able to pull it through? Because I do think one of the other things that I think is happening is I think a lot of white men are going to pull Republican ballots.
What?
You don't think white men are going to be voting Republican? Remember, this is a statewide race.
Ew,
that's in the collar counties.
Because I mean, in some sense, I think Republicans know, like, okay, numbers wise. So I feel like they would just rather spoil the Democratic races and take their chances that way versus pulling a Republican ballot and taking a chance that way.
No, I think like when you look at DuPage County, so I think we look at Cook County. But if you look at DuPage County, like they were saying that all the places that flipped in the suburbs around the country are now flipped because they wanted to get rid of Trump are now flipping back because Joe Biden is so bad. And so there's like this great, you can see it in the drop in turnout sort of in the suburban areas. And I wonder.
Anna Valencia second.
Really?
because I feel like she checks a lot of boxes.
Women of color.
She's gonna get the Latino vote.
They're not really turning out that much.
Okay, but it still count though.
Okay.
So she get the Latino vote. She get the woman vote. She get the people who don't want to vote for a black person vote, who probably don't want to vote for a white man. And I think that with women's rights being, she did her whole commercial was on like the backdrop of a hospital.
It was in a room.
That's what I'm saying.
Is the women issue more than the?
Yeah, we talked about that. It depends on who you are. It depends. But I don't think she was able to paint Alexi as being like anti-woman.
So here's what I think. I think she did not have the money to run a negative Alexi campaign. Right? So I'm going to tell you the same thing happened in a lot of places where people were expecting a lot of money, they didn't, and so they couldn't go. Alexi had enough money to go negative and positive. But I'm going to tell you that apparently his numbers didn't seem to be as good as they were, because I saw the negative anti-Anna commercials way more than I saw the ice cream Alexi commercials, which is sort of the same premise that Fritz took to. Right? Like at a certain point, if he couldn't raise it up, then he has to drag down Carrie, because he can't raise his credibility up. So his premise was, let me take everything that I could possibly find and craft it into a story. So you say Anna Valencia. Riis, I know you've been chilling over there. So, okay, let's say David Moore comes in first. Who comes in second? Who comes in third on the in the Secretary of State's race?
I think I'm with Ruthie, though. I think you can't really count her out. If David Moore come in first, then I think because she is endorsed by him, then I could see her coming in second. I don't know who could slide in for like.
So what about Alexi? You don't think about Alexi Janulius?
Probably third, but I know
Dang, he spent the most money, man. He got all the negative.
Then we just talk about my boy that spent the most money.
$50 million, dog. You got to take him out back and shoot him. Dog. That's like, like at a dog fight when the dog don't win. What? Let me take that back. No. Like when you saw like you broke your leg or something, and they take the animal out and be like, $50 million. How much of that you think Richard Irvin stashed?
If he's smart, at least 5. Or put it into something else.
I'm going to tell you, the white guys probably didn't even let him get the checkbook. The consultants, if they are anything like they were before, they was like, one of the things that I've learned with these white people is that they believe their job is to tell black people, sit, stay, stand. And I think that they oftentimes, I don't think Richard Irvin got the money. I think they gave the money to the consultants who had the checkbook. So we'll see, man. All right, let's move on to your race, Ruthie, the one that has been causing you the most flummoxing. You've been flummoxed. The 1st Congressional District. So check this out. First of all, have you seen Karen Norrington Reeves' commercial?
No.
See? Now, she spent $1 million in the last week.
What, like on regular TV?
I think I saw it on regular TV, but she probably was smart enough to do it on cable. But it's like it's fresh. It's like it's like an Andre commercial. It's got like a beat to it. It'd be like Karen. You'd be like, dang, Karen, go. Then have you seen the Jonathan Jackson commercials? So right now it's a lot of money flying into the 1st Congressional District race through super PACs. Remember I told you there seemed to be a shortage of money in this race. Think about what they did to these campaigns, where they stretched them out all the way to the last week and then say, we're going to put $1 million in TV on your race, hoping that you can snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat. Instead of giving the team the opportunity to plan, what I am grateful for is, because just how you saw, like, think about it, they spend $1 million in a week and you're the target audience and you haven't seen the commercial. Think about the gravity of that, right? So you are the target. You live in the district. You are a triple D and you haven't seen the commercial. One of the things that bothers me in the philosophy of dealing with black campaigns is they get to you when they get to you. Instead of making you a priority and giving you a sustained campaign, right? The calculation is if we can flood the market in the next 2. But I don't know if they can, yeah. Dang. Look at y'all. Y'all out here. Y'all grinding, ain't y'all? Oh, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not.
Let's go! Election day, baby!
Tennille, we gotta get Tennille in the WhatsApp just so she can get the picture. You gotta, part of your job today is to take the WhatsApps and put them out to Tennille, okay? But look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Look, y'all, when we come back, we gonna make Ruthie pick who she thinks is gonna win on the first congressional district. Riis, I want your opinion too. I know who Riis gonna pick. Riis gonna pick Jonathan Swain. Like, he gonna be like, Swain, look, he gonna get Swain. Look, Riis we gonna be celebrating Roseezy. He like, I'm Swain all day. He like, Kim Barr.
Kim Barr.
Look, Kim Barr. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We gonna keep on talking about all of this when we come back after these messages. Plus, we gonna make Ruthie pick who she thinks she gonna win. And I have a question about, you know what, I'm not gonna ask you, Ruthie. I have a question when we get off air, that not off air but on the break, that I'm gonna ask you too. All right, y'all, then don't forget, I gotta go vote. Please, if you are in the car, stop by 95th and the Dan Ryan, say what's up to President Carrie Steele. Let the people know you there to see Carrie. It's a lot of people up there, but you know who our style is. Black people first. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Carrie Steele, Cook County Assessor.
Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson.
I love being black. Do you love being black? Yeah, I love being black. Hey, I do this for my people all across the globe.
Good afternoon. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:34 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler today on Election Day with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather and day. In sports, we had the White Sox lose late 4-3 to the Angels. Set over the traffic now in the Kennedy. Overhead to the loop will be 44 minutes. Outbound will be 33. On the Eaton's Deerfield till it's changed 52 minutes. That change to Deerfield will be 41. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the loop and back will be 45 minutes, while the Stevenson is also locked in at 35 minutes. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes, 29 minutes to I-80. While the Dan Ryan is 17 minutes to the loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 13 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 8. And it's still 8 minutes on the north side. Today's weather, it is currently now 72 and sunny. Today will be a high of 84 with a low of 61. I'm Riis the Ruler, and don't forget to vote here on The Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and I love being black. It's election day. That's right, y'all. Chicago, we got to turn on out. It's the big day. Why are you over there?
Because I listened to that song. Did you hear what he said?
Nat Turner, Black Burner.
He said,
Turn up,
Nat Turner, strapped with a black burner. Whoa!
Just not hearing that.
Whoa!
I love being black. Hey,
it's melanated music.
Hey. Burner is in barbecue grill. Barbecue grill.
Or a phone, man. What you talking? I got a black phone.
Hey, I love being black. Or
your flashlight was on.
I love being of color. Hey, that don't even say. I love being of color. Hey, I love being people of color. Hey, melanated people with
why? How come Max Solomon had me until he tried to hit us with the reparations?
Oh.
I was really feeling the stuff he was saying until he hit me with
y'all know y'all was already.
Boop. I'm African.
And what you also will find is he is anti-women's rights.
He is not anti-women's rights.
That's what they said yesterday. They said, he is against women's health reproductive rights.
Okay, that sounded a little better.
Okay. And it's now health justice. Women's health justice.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, I am a supporter of women's health justice.
Me too.
Keep your hands off. Keep your hands off the women's, especially mine. I told y'all. Did I tell you? Did you see the Carrie with the church thing?
Oh yes.
I was like, I counted all the preachers that had to touch, like, cause it was some that was like, that maid's crazy. Somebody was like, wait a minute, he ain't here. That's right. As long as nobody pulled out no oil, I was straight. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Shout out, speaking of oil, shout out to all the brothers in the county. Please make sure as you continue to be one of the top voting sites that you support President Carrie Steele. Ruthie, 1st Congressional District. You got 17 candidates. I'm going to tell you who I think is also, I'm going to say this, who kind of snuck on. So me and a good friend of mine said that if a white person would have gotten this race, they could have stole it. Because if you are white and you live in Cook County, like, it extends way almost to Kankakee. And it goes all over into like Orland and all of those places. And those people have a congressman, but they can never outvote the black if it's one person. But with 17, the black vote is going to be split up 17 times. And we had a candidate in here last week who said that she was not focusing on the black areas and said she was on TV. And my question is she on TV in the zone where it's at, in the whole white zone, and we're missing it because everybody is fighting in the same pool?
I can see that.
And so what we've all, and I've been noticing like the endorsements, it'd be like, hi, I'm the mayor of Homer Glen. And I'm with, hi, I'm the mayor of Frankfurt. Right? That's where white people have, like, white people used to be in Tinley Park. They like, y'all done made it. Hold on, y'all coming to Richmond Park? Oh, no. Go south, young man. Go south.
I like the way Frankfurt look.
I bet you do. Till they open it up. They gonna be in Kankakee, Ruthie. People gonna be talking about, I remember one day somebody said, yeah, I live in Wilmington. You drive from Wilmington to Niles every day to go to work? You want to get away from black people that bad?
I know people that commute from Kankakee to the city every day.
I can see that. Because depending on where in the city, because Kankakee to the city that's an hour drive. That's a Bolingbrook traffic drive.
Or a Metro Electric ride.
They got Metro, but you can't get it to Pembroke, can you?
No, you gotta. No, you cannot.
You can't get a Pembroke.
You gotta get that in the south suburbs, like Moni. I think that's the first stop. It's like that Creek Moni stop.
Frankfurter with the black burner, Nat Turner, Herner. Okay, so all right, so we know who Riis picking. Riis in the 1st Congressional. Riis has got Jonathan Swain. Am I correct, Jerice, or am I wrong? What? Tell me. I dare you to say you got something else. I dare you. Go ahead, Riis. Go ahead, because Gail listening. She gonna be like, look, celebrate.
Yeah, stop at Kimberly Liquor to celebrate the victory.
Hey man, and get one of them red, black, and green. Get one of them red, because they got the red, black, and green. Hey, can I just point out to everybody here though? This is all I'm gonna say. Ruthie, I do think that, should I feel a kind of way that nobody thought to advertise with us?
Oh.
You said wait. Okay.
No, we good. We good.
Okay. So Ruthie, you gotta make a pick. So we got Jonathan Jackson. We got Pat Dow. We got Jonathan Swain. We got Jackie Collins. I would talk about dude, but he kind of blasted. He tried to, he signed on to the letter. So I can't really give him no love, retweeting stuff. Then we had a candidate that talk about they running in the white areas.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea. It really is.
Because it is some pockets.
Think about this. 17 people fishing in one pool, and you say, I'm going to go get in the kiddie pool, but I can have it all by myself.
It's genius. A risky strategy, though.
Very risky.
But I think with all those people in the race, you got to kind of maybe take a risk if you want to have a chance at this point.
That would be the sleeper sneak of the year.
No, that's gonna be Swain.
Oh, so wait. So okay. So
sleep.
All right. So rank
Swain.
them. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
Pat Dow, Jonathan Jackson, Jonathan Swain.
Damn. Riis G, you gonna be like Swain? Then what you got?
I'm gonna go Jonathan Swain, Jonathan Jackson, Pat Dow.
Okay. What you got, Maze?
So this is a tough one. So I think Pat Dow has a natural base in the 3rd Ward. Jonathan Swain, to me, Jonathan Jackson hasn't. Like, when I saw Jesse Jackson's palm card yesterday, and it was Jesse Jackson's personal pics, but it was a photocopy, right? Like, I'm talking about like an old school like photocopy, which I thought had some. It has some. It's like, what do you call it? Kitschy. But I feel like it's kind of got that grassroots feel. Like, man, we got to make it do. Now I got $1 million on TV, but I got to make it do with these photocopy flyers. And I'm having a hard like when I saw the polling that said that Jonathan Jackson was really a non-factor until they found out he was Jesse Jackson's son and he shot up. And then watching this $1 million of cryptocurrency flow in, I would tell you that I initially thought that it was Pat Dow's race to lose. I think with the cryptocurrency, with the influx of cash and the influx of cash for Karen, that pulls away from Pat Dow. And I think maybe, just maybe, there's too many women in the top tier. So you got, let's say, Williams, Jackie, Collins, Pat Dow, all in that same bucket. Right? And then you got Jonathan Jackson, who is far and above away the only man. Right? Like that. Let me back up. So you got Jonathan Jackson, then you got Swain, but Swain hasn't put unless he's run TV cable, and that's where I'm kind of.
I've seen a Swain commercial
on YouTube though.
Yep, it was on YouTube.
YouTube. So I gotta guess, what is the turnout in that base? That stated.
That is, I feel like is, you see, I didn't see a Karen Norrington Riis, and that was on regular TV. It's because I'm less apt to watch regular TV, and I think that the people that Swain is courting is on YouTube.
I think
that's what I'm saying. I think he got a shot.
Okay, so
I can't wait to see like what happens.
So here's me. I'm going out on a limb. I'm gonna say Jonathan Jackson, because I think he's been, if he was able to burn in over the last 2 weeks, solidify his space as his father's son, and I think it's him. I think the real thing that probably will be the determining factor in my estimation will be the fact that this $1 million that went for Karen Norrington Riis, that erodes Pat Dow's women's base. Just enough, because I think that the two of them are right in the space. I think Jonathan Swain, I think in a different race, Jonathan Swain plays stronger. But I do think that the influx of money is going to push them both down, right? Like I feel like the people that you see in line are not more like you. They're more closer to Jesse Jackson's voters.
I don't know, because what if they looking at a Carrie Norrington Riis connection to Bobby Rush and being like, I trust Rush, not trust, so that's not the right word, but I'm going with Rush over Jesse Sr.
Yeah, but when have you ever seen that? Like, I mean, and I'm saying, so I'm with you.
I don't know.
Who you think has the stronger record of service in the black community? And I'm not just but like actual physical tangible. I think if you were to rank them, I think Jesse Jackson comes in above Bobby
Agreed.
Rush.
I agree.
And I do think Jonathan presents well. Now, what I don't know is the infrastructure, but I think one of the other things that I think is that these races like this become, a big chunk of it becomes media, right? But I do, and so here's what I also know though. Pat Dow has a ground game out this world. She got people knocking on doors, and I think that she has a political experience that I don't think you can count out. You may not necessarily like her per se, but she's been a survivor and a thriver. So I'm going to say my top three go Jonathan, Pat Dow, man.
Come on, Maze. You got to pick that third one. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say 3 goes to the candidate that was here who said they were focusing all on the outskirts.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to say if 3 was able, the third candidate was able to consolidate the white vote that is not the core of the demographic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that candidate knows how to talk to white folks. Right? And I think has not put themselves in a position where white folks will be like, oh, Lord, we finna get cut out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think 1, 2, 3, I think that the most underestimated concept is that outer limits. So I'm gonna give a flyer on that one. But I'm gonna roll with and she doing vote by mail. Yeah, so Pat Dow, right. But Pat Dow, okay, I'm going to give you that. Pat Dow also, though, I've been getting another. Pat Dow, though.
Another layer.
Plays the vote because she has had to master the high rises, vote by mail.
Okay.
And that's the other thing that I think we're not factoring into here, which is vote by mail.
Which, how late do they come in, generally?
Like 2 days.
2 days, okay.
Yeah, but I think in a lot of cases you can lock that down. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to see.
1st Congressional District.
Okay. Also, here's another one that is becoming a smoker, a barnstormer. Did you see that Danny Davis, okay, so, hey, did y'all see that J Mall didn't support did you see his palm card?
Which, say the last name.
Green.
Okay.
You should look at his palm card. Anyway, but I'm gonna pay attention some. He's his candidate, Keena Collins, is generating some smoke. Did you see the squad is backing her? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Have you not seen? They've been running. She running TV. I got at least 7 mailers from her. Right. I think what is one of the things that I don't think anybody has had, and it's so crazy because I thought this was like a big old circle. So the squad is backing Keena Collins, who is also Jamal Green's candidate for Congress against Danny Davis. She ran against him last time and lost, but this time came back with a lot of money, a lot of resources. She's almost spent $800,000 on this race. It obviously has gotten to the point where Danny Davis is a bit, Danny Davis was a bit lackadaisical about it, but now Ruthie, he's got like almost $100,000 or $400,000 in super PAC money coming, and he's running TV spots and everything.
I've seen some.
Which means that he's obviously concerned about losing this. Nancy Pelosi, even President Biden has gotten in. And the thing that I find funny, and let me tell you how, this is why I think it's kind of crazy. If this wasn't a real race, the Democrats would have released a poll on the district that would have dried up the money. Right? That would have said, why are you spending this money? So they are obviously looking at this race as an opportunity. And here's the craziest part. You know that group comes from the same group that backs Fritz. And check this out. Danny Davis supported Fritz.
Oh, wow. Full circle.
So what one of the funny things is that black folks find themselves as they're trying to be progressive. or trying to court that progressive group is that y'all don't understand they'll cut your throat. So the same people that are aligned with the Orrs and the Kagies and all of those are the ones that are seeking to remove black people from their positions. Did I tell you about the whole, like, they threatened Breckwinkle? Told her that if she didn't get with the program, they was going to take her out.
But I thought she was a progressive.
Right, but they said you ain't progressive, and we can prove that you ain't progressive enough, so we'll run a candidate against you from the left. Right? So think about it. She already got mollywopped by the progressives who were her team, and she realized, look, those were the base that she relied on were the people who beat her, gave us Lori. The David Orrs and all of those people. They stepped to her this time and said, hey, yo, if you don't support us, we gonna run a candidate against you. And you remember what we did to you last time. So at that point, the party became hostage to the people that tried to take them out. So it's crazy. Think about the gravity of this.
That's deep.
Think about the gravity of the fact, but it's self-preservation. So the people that went to war with the party and killed your chief, you were scared of them, so you made a deal with them. It's called appeasement, like they did with old boy in Germany. So they tell you, look, we already beat you with the mayor. You tried again. You tried to be progressive. We showed you still OJ. So what we're going to tell you to do is you're going to give us what we want.
Which is to preserve the party.
Right. Because if not, we're going to run a candidate against you. We're going to say, you're not a progressive. We're going to turn you back into the machine politician. And because you don't, But
that's what they did, though. That's how Lori was able to beat.
Right. But that's the point. And then because your fundraising base is us, you can't get no money from the black people. We'll dry your money up, and then we'll run a candidate against you and say you're not progressive. And so now guess what you got to do? Bow down to them and kick the black people to the curb. Because because guess what they were able to do? They were able to point to the black people and say, you see what happened to you with your own people. Your own saving grace is us. Right? And so self-preservation over everybody. Explain to me, Ruthie, how do you think a black woman disses a black woman in the head for the people involved? Self-preservation. Do I be telling y'all too much?
No, but I'm just looking at a CNN headline that from 14 hours ago that says, a generational fight roils Chicago Democrats as progressive challenger Keena Collins takes on longtime Rep. Danny Davis. So it's definitely shaping up to be a national model.
And think about this, though. Think about who is doing it. Think about Democrats are doing it to Danny Davis. So think about the squad has now decided that they're playing in our race. And Danny Davis decided to side with the white folks that are on the team that are trying to now take him out.
It's a lose-lose.
But again, think about how many of our black politicians for so long have fought to be considered progressive, right? They walk in that in-between space. And then when you have no longer become of service, then they use one of us to do it. And here's the crazy part. They're using our young people to kill our own old people.
But see, when you have a lack of true succession planning, this is what happens.
I'm not debating you.
You become just a flopping fish. And Danny Davis is endorsed by Biden. That ain't got no weight.
Man. Ruthie, but understand that what's happening. I was talking about this yesterday. The socialists have said that we are, like, you lost your vanguard. What would have stopped this? Probably would have been Madigan, right? He'd been like, oh, y'all ain't playing. Nah, y'all ain't coming over here with that. But this is all part of that progressive, like, remember we was talking about the battle for the party, and I told you about how the DNC was getting ready to start playing in Chicago. In Illinois politics, we used to be a closed state, and now we kind of open for everybody. Think about the gravity of the squad picking your next congressman. Now think about your congressman. But again, Ruthie, here's how they do us. They make us side against our own people and then cut you off. So tell me how that worked again. What's the... All right, y'all. What's the matter?
These congressional races, like, I think we just keep on seeing models of what happens when there is not true succession planning. Like, look, for real, like, I'm glad that somebody's stepping up to the challenge, but and without a systemic way for that to look, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like chaos.
Well,
somebody got to challenge these people that's been in office for this long, though.
I wish we could.
And he been besmirching her name.
What you mean he be besmirching her name?
He been besmirching her name. That's how you know he feels like it's a real challenge, because he been trying to question her credentials about the work that she been putting in these streets. Talking about it's all in her imagination. It's like, okay, Danny, I see you taking little shots with your guy voice.
I feel like you should be above. He should be above Keenan Collins in the fight, like of taking wax at her.
So the fact that he did shows you that she's a real challenge and a real threat.
Somebody said she doesn't know she'll get 25% of the vote.
So I think it's more so about the challenge.
Yep, that's what I feel like.
And that's the first step, is to put Danny Davis on notice. If that makes sense. Like, it's some people out here that if you ain't finna plan a succession, we gonna have to plan it for you, bro.
Right. Well, I do think this is probably going to be a
It's like trying to do estate planning with a parent that don't want you to. How do you have those types of conversations? You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
Ooh-wee. All right, y'all. This has been a crazy, crazy, crazy day. It is election day. We need people to turn up, turn out. If you all vote, when you all go vote today, after you vote, you got some free time, please meet us over at the TP 5401 if you are Black People First, or interested in helping Black candidates get elected today. Best of luck to all of our allies and to our enemies. We wish you the worst. We do. We do. I wish you the worst until tomorrow. Right? And then after that, I'm gonna tell y'all too, man. Can y'all? This is what I would encourage, right? The mode for Black people has always been to use Black people to cause division and divisiveness. They pay Black people to disrupt, not to participate. And so I'm going to ask you today, if you all have been part of the cause, have been part of the movement, can you come by 5401 South Wentworth after 10 o'clock, pick up a flyer, pick up the Black People First palm card. Go work your polling place. Have you texted 10 friends? Have you turned out people? Look, y'all, we need your aid and assist tonight, and I appreciate you for everything. Now, y'all be on the lookout for Carrie K. Steele. She is about to be on the road, so I'll send out locations and let y'all know where she's going to be at. We're going to be going live. I think they're about to leave the 95th and the Dan Ryan, probably go voting, and they're going to be on a world tour with Muhammad, my man. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here because I got to get out of here and go vote and then get to work and get... What? Why are you making them faces, Ruthie? Is that you and Tennille keeping up mess?
No. Oh, my goodness, no.
Okay.
That's so funny.
All right, because you know y'all two. If I look at both of y'all faces, I'd be like, what? Right. Ruthie is Tennille Jr. Now.
What? I'll take it as a compliment.
You should. You definitely should. Like, you're proving yourself to be
sometimes she don't be trying to hear what I gotta say,
and she don't. It depends on when you start talking. Like, start talking crazy on the show. It take us on the days you be talking crazy on the show. It take us both like 3 hours. Like, we be like, hold it. We do it, Ruthie. We gotta take a Ruthie hour, and then we be back. I'll be like, did you hear this? I have to leave the show sometimes. And be like, She be like, it's not you. It's not you. She's like, it's a generation.
We gotta keep the dialogue going.
It's a generation. Hey, I watched Pete Davidson's comedy special yesterday. And in watching his comedy special, I just realized how poor comedy has become because you all have taken the fun out of everything.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you really have. Like, I mean, you really have. And I just think about, like,
oh my goodness,
one day, y'all, everybody gonna stop being so sensitive. Everybody's gonna be in love. We gonna love all our people, but we gonna be able to tell some damn jokes. Cause I was like, if this is y'all best, is this y'all, what y'all call, is this your king? Is this your king? Cause he ain't got nothing on Eddie Murphy. Like, I know all of his band now. And okay. Anyway, look, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, I need every single one of you all to go out and vote. Please, 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 please put the mark by Carrie K. Steele. And let's support the Black People First Palm card, the black card. It will be at a polling place near you. If you need some and you want to go get them, come to 5401 South Wentworth. Also, I'm going to tell y'all got to recycle because our printer was like,
and I think we still got some Wiftable merch. You can wear these shirts with pride today.
Yep, you can get you a Wiftable t-shirt. Or you can get you a BP1 t-shirt too, because Zabiola be having them. All right, y'all. They have left the building. They are no longer at 95th and Dan Ryan. So people are headed over to 5401 South Wentworth. Ruthie, can I load you up and you drop them off at 5401?
Sure, it's gonna take me. I gotta go vote, so I gotta
first
come back. Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll figure it out. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, Maze, Riis, Ruthie, we'll be back. Y'all go out and vote and check it out. I'm going to be going live periodically throughout the day. If you see any bull crap at any polling places, handle it, boy. Handle that business. And let's wake up tomorrow and do our thing. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. Every day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Hey, and check the page to find out where we're going to be tonight. Peace.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie K. Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie K. Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.
Carrie Steele, Cook County Assessor.
Hi, I'm Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White, and I'm here with my good friend Carrie K. Steele. She's running for Cook County Assessor. It's important for us to make sure that we have someone at the helm who will not only take on the job, but will take on the responsibility that goes with it. So please come out on June the 28th and support my good friend, Carrie K. Steele, for Cook County Assessor.
Hi, I'm Carrie Steele, and when I'm your next Cook County Assessor, I won't just talk about it.
She'll be about it.
Let's talk about Chicago, where we need to go. But before we get started, think you need to know. Heed the flow on how we can't feed the po and getting taxed on the tax for your leader stove. It used to be okay to go and sit in the park. Now people scared to leave the house and just go get in the car. So let's talk about Andre Smith and listen up. Running up for 2nd District County Commissioner, which is the area from Jackson to Cicero Avenue. Support Chicago against violence is what we gotta do. Cause violence dollars in the street today is getting major. Something he experienced himself in Robert Taylor. Nothing beats a failure than a person that's trying. Barack Obama himself called him a giant. His grandmother, Carrie Williams, woman of his nation, succeeded with the integration of education. His ancestry is of legends, in his blood to make a change in his political profession. Encouraging the kids to stay on the right path and be a role model. A true representative for the city of Chicago. If you want to make a change and open up doors, Andre Smith is who you should vote for. If you want to make a change and open up doors, Andre Smith is who you should vote for.
Andre Smith, what's up? It's your boy Paul B from Go Getters Entertainment. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir, Paul. Go ahead.
What make you do what you do?
You know what, Paul? When I see politicians lying and manipulating the people, hustling the people, and turning their back on the people, on the poor, you know, and it makes me disappointed. It makes me upset. When I see our brothers standing on the corner trying to get their petitions signed, and they only get pennies, when other people are getting jobs and getting pensions for pennies, that's disrespectful. It makes me upset. But I realize this, Paul, it's in my DNA to fight, because my great-grandmother, Carrie Williams, from 1864, she stood up in West Virginia, filed a lawsuit for discrimination and the rights of equal rights for blacks, of color, as they called it back then. Then she took it to the Supreme Court and she won, Paul. So I realize that it's not easy to stand up against the politicians, but we have to do what we have to do. That's why I stand up, Paul.
Wow, man. So basically, it's in your DNA.
It's in my DNA from 1864.
You couldn't help yourself if you wanted to.
You know what? I would never turn my back on the people.
But there y'all have it, y'all. That's Andre Smith. We signing out.
My mom would say, Carrie, don't talk about it, be about it. My name is Carrie K. Steele, and as president of the Water Reclamation District, I lead an agency with a $1 billion budget, AAA bond rating. We've increased transparency while we've reduced our reliance on tax dollars. Now, my opponent has been all talk and broken promises. The Sun-Times said Kagi's office is riddled with mismanagement, hurting our seniors, our veterans, and our property tax bills are going to be late again. Look, we all knew 4 years ago that the Cook County property tax system was broken and needed to be reformed. And unfortunately, it still does. That's why I'm asking for your vote June 28th, punch number 112. Because I won't spend the next 4 years talking about it. I'll be about it. Vote for me, Carrie K. Steele, as your next Democratic Cook County Assessor. This message has been paid for by friends of Carrie Steele.